Hi guys, hope you're well. Yeah, just getting the last few bits ready and then we'll crack on and carry on making this Tau Manta. I can't believe how big this thing's getting now. Yeah, I've kind of done the wings, well, as you saw in the last live stream, so I just need to get them attached. I think everything seems okay. Yeah, usual thing guys, if you can let me know in the comments that you can hear me okay, and then we'll crack on. But say, everything seems okay. Right, let's get rid of that. Oh no, not that one. Yeah, hi guys, so a bit different today, I'm standing up. Yeah, obviously the reason is it's getting too big for me to sit down and work on this now. So yeah guys, let me know you can hear me alright. Say my screen, everything looks like it should be okay, so I can't see why it's not. But yeah, I'm going to attach the wings, which is why I say I'm standing up. I've got rid of all my arty station stuff because there's just no room for me, this and everything else I need on the desk. You hear me fine, Rick? Nice one. Awesome. Yeah, good evening to you. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Yeah, good to have you here. So, as you'll have seen, obviously, this is coming on reasonably well. Again, I haven't done anything to this since my last stream. Yeah, basically, whenever I work on this, I'm going to stream it. Just because it's fun to have you guys there, and you get to see the slow process of this build, rather than me just do the video, which takes, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, and you see the whole thing done in 15-20 minutes. You can join me for the live streams to see that it's actually going to take more like 40-50 hours. But obviously the end video will still only be about 15-20 minutes because it will be condensed down. So yeah, so obviously this is how far I got with this. If you were here with the last stream, you'd have seen me making the wings. And I mentioned when I was making these, the way I was going to have the curved bit was by basically putting the box underneath this, and obviously gravity will pull the main bit down and it will curl it up. And well, as you can see, that's exactly what happened, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so these are now solid because these were made like, was it 2 days ago? I lose track of days. What is it today? Thursday today, and I think it was Monday, wasn't it? It was Monday, so about 3 days ago. I made these, and yeah, these solid plastic, but obviously it's got the curved tip, which is pretty cool. So yeah, these came out exactly how I wanted them, which was nice. Obviously going to attach these now. Again, obviously there's still loads and loads of stuff to do with this, but obviously getting the wings on there really does make it sort of take shape, and you can see, well, you can see the full size of it basically, which is crazy. Right, so having a quick shout out. I saw some comments obviously popping up. Freddie's here. Steve, yeah, good to have you here, buddy. Rick, obviously here. Carlos is here. Aisha, how are you? Good God, what's that? Good God, he's got legs. Yeah, I'm still not much taller when I stand up, to be honest. But yeah, I do have legs. Hope you're all right, Aisha. Hope you're okay. Yeah, Mr. Thumbs Down. Yeah, basically, again, the usual thing. I set this live stream up just so people are aware of what time I'm going to live stream. I then went to put a thumbs. I can always put a thumbs up on my own videos, obviously. Went to put a thumbs up on there, and there was already one up, one down. So Mr. Thumbs Down guy was here literally minutes after me posting that this was going to be a live stream, like obviously now. So yeah, it's definitely a subscriber, which makes it even funnier. Descriptions here. Rice Hard. Yeah, good to see quite a lot of people here, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm going to glue the wings on. And so that's why I've got rid of all my arty station stuff. I'm standing up just to make it easier for me to be obviously above this thing. And yeah, basically obviously wings either side. But so yeah, I'm pleased on how they've curved, and the fact they're now like curved and it's dried and they're in that position. So that's pretty awesome. I saw, yeah, Steve, I saw you put some sort of comment about the package arriving. It hasn't. I think it arrived 2 days ago, but I wasn't in to accept it, so it was taken back. But I only found it this morning, by obviously going to my post box outside and seeing that there was a little note in there saying, trying to deliver something, it's now at your local post box, post place, whatever. I rushed down there. I got there, it was 20 minutes too late, they'd shut it. So I'm going to pop down tomorrow morning to pick up the parcel you've sent, Steve. So yeah, cheers for that, but say I haven't got it at the moment. I was at the cinema with my kids watching a cartoon, so kind of missed out on that one. Yeah, right, so to glue this on, I'm basically obviously going to glue it where it needs to go, really. But obviously some of the edges isn't quite flat, so I just need to shave a bit off first so they sort of line up a bit better than they currently do. And then obviously we'll glue it on. Well, so basically in this one, again, this is going to be about a 2-hour stream maybe. Depends on if I've got enough stuff to keep doing bits. I have had a box turn up with sprues. There was no name on it, so I don't know who it's from. So yes, I have got some sprues, not many, but I have got a few. Oh yeah, I've forgotten the guy's name. Is he? Yeah, Sylvain. Again, I don't know if you saw my last stream. Sylvain, I couldn't get the box out, but he sent me a huge box full of sprues, but they're the non-Warhammer type. They're like the round ones. So I had to go sticking them in acetone to see how well they would come out. I don't know how well you can see it, but basically it's like a sprue goo in there, but on the top it is just manky. I mean, the colour always changes, but the colour of this, it's kind of like it's like off milk. So it's like a real thick, creamy off milk in there. The sprue goo, I've got a spoon in and pulled a bit out. It looks like sprue goo, but it just looks disgusting. As in, it's a bit bitty, and it's not nice, and it's not like plasticine that's soft. It's more like, I don't know, vomit. So I'm not sure whether or not, obviously, other sprues, as in like, I'm going to call them Gundam. I know the sprues you sent Sylvain aren't Gundam ones, but they're like Gundam ones because they're obviously the round ones. I'm not sure if they're going to be usable, because I say, if it goes like this and the acetone goes all, well, milky, off milk, like thick, lumpy bits, yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be usable, which is a shame because obviously you sent me loads. I will be able to use them in other builds, but I was going to basically dissolve loads of them for the sprue goo. But yeah, say it's really as, again, I don't know how. Yeah, it's difficult. You can't really sort of see in there, but it looks like milk that's gone off for quite a while. So it's turned the acetone, say, lumpy, and yeah, kind of cloudy, thick. It's a shame. So I will give it another go, but for this time it didn't work out very well. Yes, again, Sylvain, I will be using your sprues, but probably not in this build, purely because I say I can't dissolve them in acetone, or it looks like I can't, but we will see. Yeah, right, it's difficult for me to see the screen where your comments are, so I know I say this all the time. If you're saying something that's directed at me and you want me to reply or respond or read it out or whatever, if you can put @miniature hobbyist in the comment, only because my angle of looking at the screen is very difficult, and yeah, so unless it's an orange, I'm probably not going to read it. Just because it's like I'm standing now obviously way above the screen. Also, Sylvain looks like a good build. This is not how we thought it would be. No, so well, I've never melted non-Warhammer sprues or non-Warhammer sprues. So yeah, so it's good to try these things. It's just a shame it's not worked out how we wanted. Right, so let's crack on with this. I want to shave off a bit of this and a bit of this because I say there's a bit bumpy on the edge, and basically I want them flatter so they do meet better, basically. So I hope you're all well. Yeah, nearly Friday. Although again, for me, weekends aren't like weekends, because I don't work Monday to Friday. I work, well, I kind of work all the time, most of the time. So yeah, so it is a case of, it could be the Friday, but it still doesn't feel like Friday because I don't get the Friday feeling anymore. Yeah, so tomorrow morning I've got to get up nice and early, get down to the post office and pick up the parcel that Steve has kindly sent to me. So yeah, I was gutted because I was out at the cinema, because I think it turned up Tuesday. I was at the cinema, so obviously I didn't know. I didn't check my post box downstairs until this morning. So I checked it, saw that there was a missed parcel, rushed down to the post office and got there sort of 20 minutes too late. Because obviously I am intrigued to see just exactly what you've shoved in the box. This is where I needed some sort of like big sander, or no, not sander. What are those things called? Use one on the wood, big old sort of style thing. And if you go along there, it just cuts a nice sliver off. Or saying that, even a little junior axe, just whiz down there. So it does feel weird though, standing up, working. I like sitting down, man. Right, let's see how that goes. So it doesn't have to be like perfect, because I am basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it on, and I'm going to get some sprue glue and put that over the top. Just because, say, sprue glue is better than any glue. Obviously, one, because it's got the acetone in it, it will dissolve into everything that I put it on, as in because it's obviously your plastic. And when it dries, it's well, rock hard. Right. That's not too bad, actually. Yeah, so obviously what I'm going to do, because I don't want to have to obviously hold it by hand for however long, I'll basically put some books and things here, just so it's the right height, and then I can glue it, and obviously I won't have to hold on to it for like ever. And anyone who knows me knows I don't really have books. Yeah, don't have books really. But I do have D&D books. And obviously, yeah, I've got some videos coming up soon. I did some painting this morning actually. Really pleased. So my painting is finally getting better. Well, I don't know if it's actually getting better. I'm enjoying it more. And I think because you enjoy it, it does seem to work out or look a bit better. So yeah, Army Painter sent me loads of paints, which is awesome. Obviously you can't see them because they're all on my Arty Station stuff. Because I've rearranged my Arty Station stuff and it looks really nice and neat, and there's paints everywhere. I think they sent me. What did they send me? 36. They sent me about 80 odd paints. They're all from this D&D set. which is awesome because obviously the figures I'm painting are D&D. I'll show you the figures another time. But yeah, so I've got obviously loads of empty boxes. So their empty boxes are what I'm going to use to keep this up. So it is a case of let's turn that around so it's all the same height. Yeah, it feels weird standing up, and it feels weird not having my ArtStation stuff because I literally took it all off, well, about half hour ago, just before coming on, really. Yeah, all lines up quite well. One little bit in the middle I think I can try and shave off. Just seems to be pushing it out a bit. Cool. Apart from bits of plastic on the floor, never mind. Right. Need to remember to film as well. So I've done lots of filming. Did filming with this. Filming with it being curved up. I just need to obviously film the fact that it's all going to get glued together. Yeah, it's a shame, Steve. I could really do the box that you've sent. I've got very little bit of glue left. I think, did you say there's glue in the box you sent, Steve? Hope so. Otherwise I need to quickly order some. Right, so the problem is I always have to get the camera high. I'm even running out of room to get the camera high enough. Right. Let's go with that. Checking I've got everything I need. Yeah. Right, I'm just going to say that I'm putting boxes down to get it the right height to do that. And then just a case of getting some glue on this. Cool. So if I need to go something come up, I'll keep on thinking what maybe. Yeah, well, so I'm going to try again, just in case. Well, I don't know, but yeah, I say it's definitely manky. But I always thought though the sort of Gundam style sprues, they always seemed a lot shinier and sort of like, not greasy, but smoother than Warhammer sprues. So I am just thinking whether or not they are coated in something. And obviously when you mix it with the acetone, it's whether they're coated and it's coming off and turning the acetone that sort of like off milk sort of look. Right, so we get my gloves on, so I'm going to get some sprue goo on there, smooth it all out, basically. Steve, at least 6 to 8 tubs. Oh, awesome. Nice one. Cheers, bud. Yeah, because normally, whenever I buy something, I always buy it in 2s. So then when I like run one out, as in like the glue, I would then normally say, because this has got like very little left, I would then normally buy another 2. Just so I always have, well, I always have some, basically. I never run out. But yeah, because that's why I thought you mentioned something about glue, which is why I didn't order any. But I didn't realise just how little I had, because like, oh, it's just to go quick. But say that's why I normally have like backup. But yeah, so I'm going to set my alarm. So tomorrow I'm getting straight down that post office, picking up this parcel before obviously, yeah. So I was going 20 minutes. Couldn't believe it. But hey ho. Right, let's turn this around. Yes, I didn't think the actual glue would keep that in place. Obviously, that's why my plan's always been to sprue goo as a glue, basically. So I'm just trying to sort things out on my screen. Usually I've got too many things on my screen. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so even run out of sprue goo almost. But say, I did have a box turn up a few days ago, or sprues. So it'll keep me going for a little bit longer. But yeah, guys, if you've got any more sprues, I know there's about 4 or 5 people who messaged me, and I'm hoping they've got the sprues like in the post, because I am quite literally running out. So well, I had run out, but say a few turned up a few days ago. Steve, I would suggest transferring the glue into the bottle I have. Oh, okay. Yeah, the lid comes off them nicely, so there's quite a lot of room in there. Oh, here's me getting this out. I need to set up and film. So this is definitely the best kind of glue to use on this job. Is good old sprue goo. Yeah, because what I want to try and do is obviously get the wings put on, and then obviously on the back of the wings, there's only a bit of it on here, but obviously there's this big sort of the thruster bit. So what I might try and do is I can get the wings done obviously now, and then build a framework for that. I haven't got any panels rolled out, so obviously I need to make more sprue goo to then make more panels. But yeah, so today if I can get the wings put on and a framework for them thrusters, I'll be happy with that. So say this stream, like usual, sort of a couple of hours, depending on really how much stuff I've got to how much I can get done, really. Right, we'll glue that down as well while we're doing all this. Yeah, so usual thing, guys. Obviously, if anyone's in new that hasn't seen what I'm doing, obviously making the Tau Manta. I'm basically getting obviously all the rough shape sort of done, and then once it's all complete, there'll be a thin layer of sprue goo going over the whole of this, because obviously that'll help with getting it smooth, and then obviously giving it a good old sanding down after that. So I really am going to try and make this like the Tau Manta and be lovely and smooth. Obviously, it's got all the start of all the shapes, all the curves. It obviously just needs to be a lot smoother. But so I don't mind it looking how it looks, because some of it looks smooth and some of it looks like a dog's dinner. But that's fine. I say, because it is literally, once I've done the whole of the shape, got all the components on, all the thruster bits, everything's on it, then I can have a go at sort of trying to get it nice and smooth. But so I say, it's going to take a lot of sanding as well. So this will be going outside. I've got like a folding table I'm going to take outside, just so I can obviously take my camera, well, my phone, and film me outside, basically giving it a good old sanding down. Because normally I don't do any filming outside, but obviously because there's going to be a lot of sanding on this, and I want to show, obviously not all the sanding, but I want to show some of the sanding, just so you can see how well or not this sands. Obviously my biggest fear is when I do sand it, it's going to leave like honeycomb sort of bits in it. It's hard to say whether it will or won't look like that. But again, usual sort of thing, when I'm doing something like this and I'm doing something for the first time, it's all fun and good to film it and show you guys exactly how it turns out. If it turns out great, awesome. If it doesn't, well, obviously it'll still be included in the video, just to show that when you do sand this stuff, it leaves pocket holes. But hopefully it won't. But if it does, I'm then going to hopefully then go over and fill them with sprue goo and then have to sand it again. So I should be able to get it. I can't see why I can't get this smooth. It just depends on how much effort and time it's going to take to get it to be smooth. Yeah, the Kerry Smith is actually a little chap called Freddie. He's yeah. Again, I'm not really reading a lot of text, guys, so if you are asking me a question, apologies if you have and it's scrolled off. You really need to put at miniature hobbyist. It's only because, say, my height where I am looking down, it's difficult for me to read some of the text. But yeah. Gunnison, am I ever going to use it? No. No. I might I might use it in a video where I throw it out the window to see if it flies. Obviously it ain't going to fly. But it could be a good video of it just coming out the window and hitting the floor. And well, again, I think this wouldn't break entirely. If I threw it out the window, I'm only one floor up. It would hit the deck and, well, I don't know what bits would fall off. But basically, this is so well built. You could drive a car over it. But say it might be going out the window, or maybe in a field with some fireworks positioned up its bum, and just see if it takes off a little bit or just explodes. I'm not sure. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on eBay. If I can sell it, great, because whatever money I make goes back into the channel and, well, helps me buy some food. But if it doesn't sell, then yeah, I've got nowhere to keep it, so it won't be staying in my flat. It's either going to be sold, thrown out the window, or put fireworks in it. Redmar, what do I think of Nolzur's Monsters paint set? That was the first. Yeah, I say it's a shame because I've rearranged in my arty station stuff. I've rearranged all the paints, and so I've had to go painting some figures earlier on today. And yeah, I love it. The only thing I don't like is the fact that the bottles are small. I mean, the bottles are normally small, but these are like half size compared to Army Painter's normal bottles. So yeah, I was a bit gutted that they're smaller bottles, basically. Lovely paints though, lovely colours. Yeah, I do like all the colours. I say I've painted some figures. I'll show you the figures in a minute. But yeah, I painted some early on today. Yeah, really liked it. So yeah, nice. So, again, apologies if I really pronounce these wrongly because I can just about make out the words because of the angle. Is that Shiny Hatsaya? Hello, have I tried ironing sprues runners with clothes iron? I often see Japanese modelers use hair irons to plastic. Oh, okay. Ah. No. I haven't ever tried that. No. But yeah, I guess it works because obviously people are doing it. Roger that. Hey man, good to see you working on the Manta again. Well, yeah, the only reason I wasn't is because, well, it's the school. The kids are off this week, so yeah, no time to really work on it. And the fact that I haven't got a lot of sprues left. A box turned up a few days ago, so that's good. Yeah, I've got to go and pick a big box up that Steve sent me that's full of, I think it's paints and glues and stuff. So, yeah, that'd be cool. Frank Mills, if you put the link to the eBay listing on the final edit of the video build, some punter is bound to buy it. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Yeah, because I made an eBay account up the other day. I don't really use eBay, so I'm a bit reluctant. But someone did say you can set things up so that the buyer has to do the like the shipping of it. Because obviously this thing's big. It's big and it's heavy. So whoever bought this, it's going to cost a lot of money to get it sent to them. And that's in the UK. If you're not in the UK, I wouldn't like to think how much this is going to cost. So yes, that's why I wouldn't want to get bogged down or bothered with that. I don't mind getting a big box. Well, no, I wouldn't be able to get a big box. So whoever bought this would have to, yeah, arrange for it to be picked up as is, because I haven't got a box that this would fit in. But yeah, so that's the first thing. It is going to go on eBay, just because you never know. Let's say someone wants to buy it, great. Because I need money. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm not wasting away. I need money. But yeah, I do need money. Right, that's all. Put a bit more of this on. Well, so the only problem is this sprue glue I'm putting on is going to take days to dry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spin this around carefully, keeping these boxes obviously underneath. I've got some more boxes I can put on the other side, just because obviously these boxes will need to stay where they are until this is fully dried. Otherwise, the wings will just obviously fall off basically. So say as much as work as there is to do on the top, there's still a lot of work to do on the underneath of this, with all the slopes and bits and pieces that are going on. So yeah, like I say, there is a lot still to do to this. But usual thing, gets built up bit by bit, slowly by slowly, until it's all done. Aisha loves his acetone too much. Well, I did go out and buy obviously a 5 litre sort of thing of it the other day. So yeah, just so I'd have enough. Right, what we'll do, so we'll have it spin it around. Hopefully I can spin it around and keep them boxes obviously underneath it. Let's move this out. That wasn't too bad. Well, the wing didn't fall off, that was the main thing. Couple of things underneath. Right, so we're going to get some more boxes to put on the other side. Yeah, so I really am, I do sometimes think I really am lucky to have this channel. I say, because Army Painter sent me, say, loads of paints, as well as some other boxes to do with like terrain building and bits and pieces. So, yeah. Thank you, Army Painter, for sending me all the stuff. I need a book as well, back in a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, what better book than good old D&D Monster Manual? Right, is that going to be that right? Let's have a wing. So this is where I really wish I had like a garden shed or just a bigger workspace basically, so that I could have like a big central table that I could work at, and then like a desk, all my paints, all nice area. So basically, yeah, two areas, like a nice clean area for painting and stuff, and then a big work area, a big desk that I could basically obviously build things, and it could get messy, and basically plenty of room to work at. But obviously the fact that I am working on just a normal little desk that's in my living room, which generally for most things I build is fine, but obviously this, because it is just so big, it's just it's nuts. I really have no room. I think if I had known just how big this was, I either wouldn't have done it, or I would have said, oh, I'm going to build it half scale, which probably looking back would have been the better thing to have done, just because then it would fit on my desk. But I like the idea though that this is full size, I must admit. But I say it's just logically it's just not good, because it just takes up too much room. But so yeah, I really am pleased about these. I can't say that it's just so strong though, and the fact obviously that's bent, and it's not going to bend back. It's not going to flop down. So yeah, I'm pleased about these have come out. Oh, I'll have to show you some of this side as well, I guess. Oh, this seems too high. Oh, that Monster Manual is a thicker book. That's what it is. I need a smaller book. Let's try a player's handbook. I think the Monster Manual one was that bit thicker. Well, that still seems a bit high. Let's stick this. Just keep checking the other wing to make sure it hasn't moved, because obviously once this stuff does go off, but you won't be able to take it apart. That's better. I do think this actual length is a few mil longer than the other one, because these wings basically were made identical, obviously just in reverse. But say this one does seem quite a lot shorter than what it should be. Oh, that's fine, I can pack that out. Oh, it doesn't seem too bad actually. Yeah, no, that's fine. Again, yeah, apologies. Oh, I broke that again. That's what I broke last time. I forgot I broke that last time, didn't I? And I've just re-broke it. Shall I try and... No, sorry. But again, this is all going to get more stuff underneath. So, everything's going to get more goo. Yeah, guys, apologies again if I am missing any chat. Say, because I'm standing up, looking down at the screen, it's making it difficult for me to sort of read what you're writing. So yeah, if you put @miniature hobbyist, it comes up in orange. It'll highlight that you're actually talking to me, and then I will try and obviously make an effort to read and obviously answer, basically. Yeah, again, so that's why this sprue glue is great, because there are quite a few gaps dotted along this. But without using like a bandsaw or anything, there's no way I can cut this nice and flat, the other one nice and flat. So I might as well just attach it up and then sprue glue for the filler, for the win, basically. What I'm going to do that old cheating that I've done a few times. Use the old UV resin. Just because obviously the super glue I've got is great, but it takes a while to dry. Whereas obviously the UV resin is kind of instant. So I could just put a couple of bits along this. So just put some there. It's making problems with my glasses. My glasses keep breaking, so I keep gluing them. But unfortunately, they're getting looser because I need to obviously adjust the arms, whatever they're called, on them. So when I look down for too long, I can feel them slowly but surely creeping towards the edge of my nose, and then they will just fall off. Alright, so we put a bit there, we'll have a bit in the middle. Obviously, the only problem here is you're getting a great view of the top of my head. It's a good job there's no lights above my head shining on it. I should get a bit of a glare. So yeah, I do like using this UV resin. I don't think I've actually used it to sort of, like this stuff here, I don't think I've actually used it yet to sort of like make any rivers or water or anything with. I only seem to use it as a glue, just because I think it's really good. Right. Right, so we're subscribers. So I need 540 subscribers, guys, to get me to 50,000. Does anyone here know 540 people that might want to subscribe? If you do, give them a buzz. So anyway, pop over there, subscribe, get them to 50k. Alright, let's get some good old sprue goo and fill in some gaps. Old Steiner, do you think of trying to make a demon Primarch? I haven't got a clue what a demon Primarch is. So that's the thing with Warhammer. Like I always say, I fell into Warhammer because of orcs. I love orcs. I've never played Warhammer. Never played any of the kind of games to do with Warhammer. So when it comes to obviously vehicles or creatures or anything to do with Warhammer, I don't know. It's like this. Someone said about making this on one of my videos. I didn't have a clue what it was, and that's why I typed it into Google, had a little look, loved the look of the spaceship. Thought, oh, I'll make one. So yeah, I haven't got a clue what a demon Primarch is. So yeah, I might go and have a look. I'm also excited. I really want to start doing more D&D stuff. I know that might not please many people because I know a lot of people are here for Warhammer type stuff or sprues. But yeah, I really want to start doing more D&D stuff. Hence the reason why obviously getting the paint and figures. So yeah, I want to do a lot more painting of figures and just generally building things that would fit in well with the D&D sort of world. I am still going to be doing sprue stuff, Warhammer stuff, but I want to start doing more D&D because I haven't done much. Yeah. Right, so I'm gonna let's get this. Yeah, so this sprue goo has been in the jar good week or so. So again, the longer it's been in there, the more firmer it is when it first comes out. I mean, if I get the sprue goo and I did it the night before, it comes out and it's just like runny. It's like treacle. Whereas obviously when it's been there for a while and it's like this, then it is a lot firmer. Again, does the same job. It's literally just how it is for that first initial sort of like 5-10 minutes when it comes out. To a manta out of chocolate. You're joking, aren't you? I'd never get it made. I'd be too busy eating it. I'd like make a wing and I'd eat the wing. So I'd have to make another wing and I'd probably eat that wing, and I think you can see where that's going to go. It's just going to keep on going and going and going. And yeah, I'm quite big as it is. To make a chocolate one and then eat it, I would just be as big as a house. There for a little bit. So again, it all depends on how well this goes, to how much more I can really do. Like I was saying, I think I said it in the last live stream, maybe the one before. Normally when I'm building things out of sprues, especially with sprue goo, I would literally do a little bit, put it to one side, leave it for 5 hours, 8 hours, overnight, then go back and do a little bit more. Just because it takes so long for stuff to dry. So that's why sometimes when I'm trying to do a live stream, it's difficult. Because what I've just done now, if I was doing this not on a live stream, I'd leave it now. I would leave it, I'd walk away, and I would do something different. But obviously, because I'm doing a live stream and I want to do more, for me just to sort of sit here now and watch this with you guys would be really, really boring. So yeah, there'd be no entertainment value there whatsoever. What's that? Piece of glass. Oh, no, not glass. Just like, oh, it's the UV resin. So say, where'd the glass come from? There's even any glass in the jar. Yeah, the UV resin. Obviously, I've knocked it off basically. Again, because of not waiting long enough for something to sort of cure, harden. Let's say normally I'll do a little bit at a time and then come back to it. Have I tried putting goo in the fridge or freezer to set it faster? I haven't. No, I've not tried that. I say generally when I'm working with sprue goo, whatever I'm doing with it, I would generally normally do in the evening, just so I can work on it and then just leave it overnight, and then the next morning it's kind of good to go. Obviously the goo that I'm using in this, in some cases it's a lot thicker, so it will take a lot longer to dry. Yeah, because when I say like 8 hours for it to firm up, that's the sprue panels I make. And yeah, I've not got any about. Oh, have I? Yeah, so like the sprue panels, they're obviously wafer thin, they're literally like 1 to 2 millimeters thick, and these are the ones that, like this will take 8 hours to go back to being plastic. Obviously, good from plastic this is, obviously you can bend and all that. So yeah, so that takes 8 hours. So you get something that's like 4 or 5 mil thick, then you're looking at least a day, maybe 2 days for it to really go back. So these wings were done on Monday. I think yesterday they were like how they are today. So yeah, obviously the thicker the sprue goo, the longer it takes to dry. But generally most things I make, there'd be no room for them in the fridge or the freezer. So it's not even like, I wouldn't even be able to like test the theory whether it would dry quicker. But the thing is that with the acetone, it dries, obviously evaporates in the air. So I'm not sure if heat would make it, if heat would make it evaporate quicker. What's the size of this? The size of this is the size of the Forge World one. So it is basically, it's 630 from front to back, and the wingspan is, not on this one, the wingspan is 860. So yeah, so this is built the same size as the Forge World one, basically. Right. Yeah, what I'll do, I'm going to give that a little while. I'm going to have a go at working out where these thruster bits on the back. Again, it's difficult to really see in the picture. But obviously these thrusters here is basically I'm going to build like a box shape. Basically I'm going to build how I normally would. Build a framework out of the sprues and then make that the fin panels and put the fin panels over it. So obviously they go obviously at the back. So I'm going to draw roughly where they go, and then I might have a go at getting the sprues that I've recently got, cut them up, just so I can start building the framework. Because the bit I've just done is going to take, well, it's going to be overnight before it's going to be anywhere near being solid, and even then it won't be totally solid. But I like it with the wings on. Just because obviously it's taking more shape. It's starting to look good. Right, only question. Let's have a little look, because I haven't really read anything, because I say it's so difficult. You used to have a garden. I did used to have a garden, yes, Freddie. But obviously I've got a flat now, so no garden, which is a shame, because having a garden, I would build, basically, if I had a garden still, I would build a shed, because I'm good at DIY, so I'd build a shed, obviously they'll have electricity, water and all that kind of things going to it, and yeah, so to have like a proper sort of work garage space would be awesome. Oh, we've got 2 more subscribers in the last 10 minutes, so we just need, was it 538 now? Amazing scale project, stay strong. Yeah, well, I'm enjoying it. I say it's one of those things because it is so big, and again, in my head, I've broken it down into loads and loads of stages, which makes it obviously easier and more manageable to do. Because then in my head, I'm thinking, just get to this stage, just get to that stage, and then just do that, rather than think of it as a whole. If you thought this is like a whole project, I think then you might be like, oh, blimey, too much, because there's a lot. And so that's why this is a good 3-4 week project, and that's 3-4 weeks of doing a lot of work. So yeah, it's not a quick build by any means, but it's a fun build. I'm enjoying making it. And I say I'm trying out different things. Like I say, making the panels, like I've made this. I've not done that before, so it's nice to try something new. And again, when this is done, I really want to make this smooth. Because most of the things I've made so far, anything big has been like for orcs. So if it looks battered, bruised, and just neglected, great. It fits in really well with the orcs. But for the Tau Manta, this thing is super smooth and sleek. So again, I want to see just how well I can sand this stuff down. So again, trying something new because I haven't really sanded sprues down before. Well, individual sprues I've given a little bit of a sanding down just to get the nibbly knobbly bits completely off so you can glue them together. But I've never really sanded sprue goo. So it'll be interesting to see just how well or not it sands down basically. Right, just gonna have a little drink. Brad, sprue goo, get the views. It is, yeah, unfortunately. Although it's because of YouTube though. YouTube pushes my videos out more when they've got sprue in either the title or the first description line. So I think I did joke the other day by saying I'm going to make a video, say Dungeons and Dragons, but then keep saying this is not a sprue video, just to see if YouTube picks up this word sprue and then still pushes it out. Because I know whenever I've done a video that doesn't have sprue in it, they do alright. They get like 3,000, 4,000 views. But then when I put sprue in the title, it then gets like 12,000, 20,000, 30,000 or more. And so I think my top 10 videos, I think 7 of them are sprue. And then certainly the top 5 I think are all sprue. Is that red more? Skies might be too grey over there. Well, at the moment it's dark, but yeah. Hypothetically, could you leave the jar of acetone outside during a warm sunny day to evaporate quicker? Yeah, again, we're not going to get sunny. I'm in the UK. Even in the summer, we don't get sunny, warm days. But yeah, that's when I left this outside. Someone might nick it. Well, they'd probably put it in the bin for the binman, really. But is that Baked Bean 11? Well done on the growth of the channel. Cheers, buddy. Remember when first posted? Wasn't that long ago? Well, about 14 months ago. So I'll say it was a reasonably long time ago. But cheers anyway, Baked Bean. With a lot of small steps, it's sometimes hard to see meaningful progress. I truly wish. Yeah. Well, again, that's why sometimes doing the live streams, in my head, I'm thinking I've got lots done, but it might not look it. But in my head, that's like that stage done. I can now go on to the next stage. But again, I'll say this: if I wasn't live streaming this, I would have got so much more done. I would say when I live stream, it takes at least 5, maybe 5 to 10 times longer to do something than if I was doing this off camera. But I say for me, it isn't about the speed. It isn't about getting something done as quick as. It's about the journey and enjoying what I'm doing. And I kind of enjoy you guys being there. It's just a bit of fun to sort of chat to each other. Mini Loving Grot, hi, how are you? Red more of a tip. You're in the US, yeah. Yeah, well, well, at least you probably get months where you know it's going to be a hot month or a cold month. What's that? I did a wedding. Sunday, just gone. Beautiful weather, sun was out, clear blue skies, and it was reasonably warm. And that's like mid-end October, and that day was probably better than a lot of the weddings, or day-wise, weather-wise, than a lot of the weddings I did during the summer. So yeah, it's so unpredictable in the UK. But yeah, anyway. Alright. I kind of want to flip it round, because what I might do is flip it round, and then I can sit down and build the framework. Because I want to, obviously the framework's at the back, but if I sit down, I'm not going to be able to reach it. So I think I'm going to have a go at flipping this round, because then I can change the camera angle you're looking at me on. I can go back to sitting down, and then we can build the framework for the it's like the big exhaust engine, whatever it's called. Not too sure, but it's called something. Carlos, when you end up slathering on the sprue goo over the model on your final smoothing process, you could try the hairdryer or heat gun. Try and smooth it and remove bubbles. Yeah, possibly. Two problems I can see possibly with that. One, I don't have a hairdryer because of that. Smooth it. See, I don't know. I think if the heat gun or hairdryer did heat the thing up, I think that'd make it worse, because obviously to try and then smooth it out, it would stick to whatever you're using to smooth it out. So yeah, I mean, the best thing really, plus it stays gooey because of the acetone. When the acetone evaporates, it then goes hard. But if you're using heat to heat plastic up, it doesn't go like goo. It basically burns and then goes rock hard. Because I have had a go. Obviously, I have a go at trying to do all sorts of sprues. I have had a go at heating sprues up, both in the oven and obviously with a flame. And both times when you're using heat from any kind of source, it burns the plastic or it makes it go hard straight away. Whereas obviously the acetone dissolves the sprues, which is why it goes into the goo, which is why I can use it. Is that bake? I've not seen that emote before. But cheers bake for the £2. Again, I'm not sure. Is that? Yeah, I've seen that before. So two hands punching. I'm not sure. Anyway, cheers bake. Congrats on the weddings picking up. Well, they're not really picking up. These all the weddings I've done. I think I've only done 3 new weddings this year. All the weddings I've done this year are from last year, all postponed. And next year, I think I've got 12 weddings. Normally, I would have about 40. So, yeah. The weddings aren't quite picking up, which is why, again, I'm really concentrating on this channel to make the channel my sort of full-time income, basically. Because obviously, I can't rely on weddings. Because a lot of people, obviously, because of COVID being here and possibly being here for like ever, a lot of people are still reluctant on booking weddings at the moment. Makes obviously it's a big outlay, and there's still a good chance that obviously someone in the party can get COVID and have to obviously self-isolate. So I think for that reason a lot of people are reluctant, and there's a lot of people not booking weddings at the moment. So yes, I'm not too sure what's going to happen next year, which again is why I'm making a big conscious effort now to work on this channel. I mean, I've been working on it anyway, but to really sort of make it grow, basically. Right, just keep checking. Again, you have to keep checking, because if a wing sort of moves, then overnight it will set in a completely wrong way, and it will be like, oh, what a nightmare. Right, let's put these under there to raise that a little bit. What is it? So yes, this side's already sort of firming up. Obviously, if I took the books away, it would still just flop. It's not obviously that firm, but it's definitely firming up in, well, because the acetone's obviously evaporating. Right, I think I might be able to sit down and work on the frame at the back. So let's have a little bit of a tidy up, make some room. And then yeah, it'd be good to get, let's say, even if it's just like the box shapes done at the back, just because I can leave it and then, well, so I won't be able to do anything tomorrow because I haven't made any panels. What is tomorrow? Friday. Yeah, so the chances are I won't work on this again until next week. And then what I might do is what I did last week. Every morning, 9 till 12, if I can, work on this. Again, it all depends on if sprues turn up. Say someone sent me a box of sprues, so I've got some sprues that I can use. But to finish this, I'm going to need a whole lot more than what I've got. But yeah, we'll see. I'm going to put something on that because that keeps raising and I want it to lay flat. Pardon me. Obviously, greaseproof paper because that then won't stick. And what should we put on it? More D&D books, I think. If in doubt, more D&D books. There we go. So that will lay nice and flat. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mute, well not mute, but I'm going to cover up. Where's my mouse? Oh, man. Right, let's cover that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move the camera and get my seat back in position. And then yeah, I'm going to go making the box or the framework for the rear exhausts. I'm just going to tidy up a bit of this mess as well because as you all know, I can't work in mess. Obviously make it, but then I'm going to need to tidy it up straight away. Right, let's try and get that camera down, although I'm not going to know if it's worked or not. Oh, there we go, sit down time. Let's do that. Right, let's have a quick mess about getting the other camera in the position where it needs to be. Right, so soon I'll be able to start reading more of your comments, guys. I say apologies that I've not really read many. It has been because I've not really been able to see the screen too well. Right, that's good. Right, hello. Here I am in my normal position, and it feels so much nicer to sit down again. Right, what am I going to do? Let's just quickly move my head. Oh, where's my mouse? There we go. Cool. I feel like I'm starting the stream from afresh now. I'm sitting down. It feels so much different. Right, let's have a quick look. Is there any things going? Freddie's off to bed. See you later, buddy. You take care. Harry Mulliker. Oh my gosh. I hope that's a good oh my gosh. It would look nice if I turned it around so you could see it from the front. But say, because I'm working on the back bit, I'm going to have it this way. But in my next stream, say I'll probably stream next on Monday. Yeah, it'll be Monday. I won't be able to do it before then. But yeah, what I'm going to try and do is what I did last week, is every night get stuff ready for the next day. So if I need to get panels, then I'll roll panels out. If I need to get sprue goo, I'll cut up loads of sprues to put in the acetone. And then yeah, maybe next week I can do live streams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day again. Yeah, because basically now it's a case of doing a few of the boxes that are going to go on the back. So it needs to be flipped upside down to the underneath. I can finish off all the curves, and then it is a case of going over the whole thing with a nice thin layer of sprue goo, Obviously giving that, I don't know, 4 days to sort of really firm, harden, and then have a go at sanding this. Because what my plan is to buy like a small little hand sander to go over it. But then obviously in some areas where the hand sander is too big, then do it by hand. But if I can get a small hand sander, that will obviously make it a whole lot easier and quicker. Let's just put that underneath there. Cool. I'm just going to tidy up a little bit more. Again, I can't work in mess. I like things to be nice and neat, in their place. Tidy. Oh yeah, I was going to show you, let's have a look, let's get some of them figures out that I was painting earlier. So obviously, because I am going to be playing D&D soon, I am printing more and more figures off to obviously use as, well, PCs, NPCs, mobs, all that kind of stuff. But I'm getting quite a few from a site called, I've forgotten what it's called. Where are you? In your own time. Oh, it takes forever, doesn't it? Whenever you want something to pop up on the screen quickly, it takes forever. God, it really is taking forever. Right, so it's a website called My Mini Factory. Obviously, loads of great 3D sort of model making artists there, and there's a few that I'm sort of like doing like little collaborations with. And one of them, oh, come on. Yeah, one of them is called the Artisan Guild. Amazing figures, big range of figures as well. So I'm doing some of their figures. Again, I don't know how well the light like this. So this is one of the figures I painted earlier today. What I need to get a light behind the webcam. That's why it's having problems every now and then, because the light is a bit poor. But yes, I painted him earlier, and well, a variety of other. Oh, well, are they going to go? No. Come on. So the webcam, you can focus really close. So yeah, a couple more sort of characters. Again, yeah, painted them this morning. Really pleased with how they've come out. Yeah. And again, just using the normal Army Painter paints, their D&D range. Yeah, really pleased. Although obviously Army Painter are bringing out their fast paints, which are the contrast paint equivalent, and I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. I'm going to say, even though I'm going to show it again because I am quite pleased with how these have. Come on, focus. I'm really pleased with how these have come out. So you say lovely figures from the Artisan Guild, and yeah, I'm pleased with how they came out. So there's a big video on those coming out soon. Yeah, but yeah, so I'm sort of working with a few 3D printers, 3D model makers. Obviously, where I get their STLs for free, and in exchange they obviously get well, shout out here really. So it's kind of like a win-win for everyone, which I say is awesome. Right. Aisha, Harry was saying, "Oh my gosh," to you. Ah, sorry. As me jumping in. Again, because I've not really been reading much. Or are you joking? I mean, you're joking now, aren't you? I can't tell. Again, I've missed so much. But yeah. So it's going to be sitting down. I don't like standing up working. I must admit, Esme keeps saying about, oh yeah, I'd like to have a big work studio and a big table in the middle to stand at and work. I like sitting down. I think I'd have to have a big work table with like a high stool that I could sit on. Maybe, yeah, big old round turntables. I could work, yeah, this would go really well on a big turntable, wouldn't it? Can I have that in the middle? I could do a bit of work, spin it round, do a bit of work, spin it round. But yeah. Anyway, I digress. And waffle. Right, so yeah, we're going to build the framework. That's what I'm going to do. So obviously to do that we need some sprues, which isn't obviously too surprising as this is a sprue build. You'd expect to see some sprues. Let's just grab a handful out. Description: which 3D printer do I have? Anycubic. Again, I'm one of these people. I'm always happy. I'm always grateful for what I have, and I'm super grateful that companies are sending me stuff. So Anycubic obviously sent me the Anycubic Viper, big FDM, the filament printer, huge one. The plate on it is something like 260 millimeters by 260, and about the same height. So you can make some big terrain pieces on that one. And they also sent me the Anycubic Photon, Anycubic Photon Mono X. Again, still quite a big build plate, and obviously print miniatures as well. Print them out. And the good thing with the size of the Photon, it's like these miniatures. I think I printed out about 9, maybe 10 of these figures. So it's like a big build plate, great quality, and it's fast. To print out these miniatures, I think it's like 2.5 hours. And the great thing is with the resin printer, it basically works on the height. So if I was to print out, say, one figure, whatever height it was, one figure would take 2.5 hours. But you can fill the build plate full of figures, so you could do 10 figures, but it still goes on the height. So it'll take the tallest height, say 2.5 hours. It would then print out all 10 figures in 2.5 hours, which is just amazing. So yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. Love the printer. Yeah, it's awesome. Frank Mills, off to watch the Sprue Burger before you go to bed. Awesome. Enjoy, buddy. Harry Borbastic. How am I doing? Yeah, I'm doing good, buddy. Cool name. Yeah. Cool. Right. Yeah, so I need to get the dimensions and measurements for this. Again, it's obviously helped that I've obviously printed off parts of this full size. So that thing can go like that. That goes to about there. So as much as obviously some of this is sort of measured exactly, some of it's measured eyeballing it, and some of it's measured by just sort of putting this over the top and then just sort of drawing where things go. I've lost my... one of the kids had it earlier. Where did they put it? Oh, I saw it. Back in a second. Yes, so guys, if you are looking for figures, if you do a lot of 3D printing, take a look at My Mini Factory. I say it's some of the figures you have to pay for, some you don't. But there's like, I don't know, hundreds of 3D modelers there, and some of the stuff they make is amazing. So say it's Artisan Guild is who these figures are off. This video should be out on Monday. The other one is a guy called Miniatures of Madness. If you see the dwarfs that I did, it's probably a good month or so ago now. There's a video that shows how to do basing, and it's got the dwarfs. So that's from Miniature of Madness. There's also another person that I've just going to be doing some things for. Epics and stuff. Again, more dwarfs. So basically, as you guys know, I love orcs. I love dwarfs just as much as I love orcs. Whenever I used to play Warhammer, sorry, not Warhammer, World of Warcraft, for the Alliance, always dwarfs, and for the Horde, always orcs. Well, sometimes it couldn't be, depending on the class I wanted to play, or the race. Yeah, class. But yeah, basically, I love dwarfs. So, Miniatures of Madness, I did the dwarfs for, but the epics and stuff is something I've got some more dwarfs from, and they are just funny looking things, but good. But yeah, so Artisan Guild is the one that I'm currently doing. Right, let's have a quick look. On me. Yeah. Yeah, so guys, at 50,000 subs, I will be doing a giveaway. It's only a small giveaway. Oh. But I'm making coins. And basically it says, obviously, MH. Again, I do need to get a light behind this. So, MH, 50k subs. On the back, Spruegeneer. Obviously, someone mentioned Spruegeneer some time ago, and I love that because all these other YouTubers, the people that watch them, they give them names. So you guys are Spruegeneers for watching, because obviously I do a lot of stuff with sprues. So all the coins, but they all have different numbers on the back. Obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 upwards. So yes, I'm going to do a giveaway of obviously coin number 1, 50k subs. Spruegeneer number 1. So yeah, only a little giveaway, but something's better than nothing, I guess. So who knows, in 20-30 years this might be worth a couple of quid. Literally a couple of quid if you melt it down anyway. Redmore, if someone brought you a Tau Pathfinder box set specifically to have you melt the whole thing down, models included for sprue goo, would I do it? Yeah. If you want to, guys, yeah, if you want to send me figures and you want me to melt them, I'll happily melt them and turn them to sprue goo. It doesn't bother me. If you want to send me some orcs, I would melt orcs to turn them to sprue goo. Yeah. Me and got how am I going to do the turrets? Yeah, the turrets, because obviously all the guns on this are exactly the same. So I'm going to make one. I'm not sure what I'm going to make it out of. Maybe plasticine, not sure. But I'm going to make one gun, make a mould of it, and then cast all of them in sprue goo. Because it's a fairly simple shape. So that kind of shape I would be able to cast. So yeah, I'm going to cast them out of sprue goo, basically. Could use the frame parts for panels. Yeah. Right. Cool. Yeah, so let's get on with this, because again, I'm doing lots of waffle. This is why I say, honestly, if I did this without you guys, at least 5 times, 10 times quicker than I am now, because when I'm with you guys, I'm simply a waffle. Again, if you knew me in real life, I don't normally talk much. I'm quite a quiet person. But I think the fact that I'm sitting here, obviously on my own, there's no one else obviously here, I seem to be able to waffle really well. Whereas say normally, I wouldn't. Right, let's put a couple of these under there, just because they kind of like help keep it up a little bit. Right. I was going to draw. Again, I'm going to cheat. I'm basically using these just to work out roughly how big the engine is, or the thruster, whatever it's called. And I say the fact that I've drawn it. Let's film a bit of this actually. Well, I'm gutted. I've got no biscuits. I've had something to eat, but I'm feeling a bit peckish. Ah, Lewis. Yes. The tool that flattens wood is called a plane. That's exactly what I wanted earlier on. A plane would have sliced off just that thin little bit enough. Yeah, cheers for saying that, because my mind, it just goes dead. And like the old brain fart. And I just can't think of something. And it doesn't really annoy me because I kind of forget about it. But it is nice to be told what it was. Right, so that's there. So it's kind of start in there, go in there. Right. Oh, so it's kind of my original line. Again, good old eyeballing for the win. Every time I'm going to film it, I kind of forgot to push the button. It's come off. Right. You didn't see any of that. Because, again, chatting to you guys, I forgot to push the button that actually films. So we'll rub that out. Nothing to see here. There we go. Just by magic, it wasn't there. And we can get that. And let's press record. There we go. And then we can start afresh. So again, even when because I'm filming something, that obviously slows the whole process down, because you have to, stop and remember to film. There we go. The joys of filming when you're making something. Filming and live streaming and making something. Too much. Scott, wouldn't it be easier to do the turrets in 2 parts? Having the body as part 1 and the barrel as part 2? Possibly. Yeah, again, because in my mind that is like the very last thing I'm going to be doing. I'm not even thinking about it. Yeah, again, I've got a rough idea. Obviously, I'm going to make a mould and cast. But other than that, not thinking about it. Because, say, you really need to work in this in steps. So when you get to each step, then you kind of like fully work out what you're doing. So I've got a rough idea of all the steps. But what I'm doing exactly in each step is obviously a mystery until I get there. But yeah, it may work out better to do it in 2 bits, or it may not. Oh, pardon me. Will I miss anything else? No, definitely so. Right. Yes, there's a lot. Again, there's a lot of back bits on this that actually protrude further out than obviously what I've got as the back. And I know parts of these thrusters are part of them. So one was I'm going to build the framework so it obviously goes in line with what I've got. But then when I come to actually fully encase it, I'm going to have to add on a little bit at the back, because I'm not too sure how much it goes out at the back. But again, we'll do that further down the line. I'm just going to build a box. I haven't built a box for ages. Yeah, because I think it's kind of in line with this pretty much. There's not a lot of difference. So that's the only problem. Some of the pictures I've got, obviously great for reference from obviously an aerial view to get like rough sizes, but obviously nothing really sort of says, well, this is this height, this is that height, and all that. And obviously the only picture I've got is obviously this top one, which again you can only really just about sort of see what's going on, to be honest. Yeah. So again, I've got reference pictures on my screen that I keep obviously looking at. But again, some of those aren't all that good because some of them, the images have been like compressed. So some of them look like squat little machines and some look like stretched machines. So whilst they're kind of good to look at, they're not always perfect either. So that's why this thing, I think if this was put next to a real one, you'd easily see there's a few little differences. Because I think this one as well, I think I've made it about 5mm too long. Because I think at the moment from the front to the back was it 630? But I've still got to add about another 10mm onto the back. So if anything, this is going to be a little bit bigger. Not by much, but a little bit bigger than the real one. Redmore, how does one go about sending me a box? I'm in the US, so buying a Pathfinder box at my local game store and mailing would be a bit pricier than I'd prefer. Oh, I see. Oh, sorry. This is where I honestly have got a memory like a sieve. Are you the chap that mentioned about sending me something with figures and then me melting them? Would you really want to buy me things for me to dissolve? Again, yeah, I don't mind. I'm happy to do it. It just seems nuts, but yeah. Well, what I can do in the link below. Let's have a look. Is it still there? If you get to the description, there's a link below, and one of them says things I need. If you click on that, it comes up. It basically goes through to Amazon, and there's a list of things that I need, obviously, because that's what it says. Things I need. If you click on that, I think you can then click on something else to buy. It automatically sends it to me. So yeah, if that's what you want to do, buddy, if you do that, I would probably make a separate video purely on me getting a box of those and melting them. And what I would probably do as well is I would get a nice fresh jar, full of acetone obviously, chop all the little figures off of the sprue, put them in, and then maybe do a time lapse. So I set my camera up just to film for like the whole 7-8 hours, so you see them dissolving. I mean, that is nuts, especially if you're spending $32 on something for me to dissolve. But it's your money. If you want to do that, then that's what I'll do. But yeah, go down below. There's a thing called Things I Need. Click on that, and then I think you should be able to buy anything, not just the things that are on my list. So you can click on the thing, obviously pay for it, and then it automatically sends it to my address. But yeah, if you want to do that, buddy, I say I'll make a separate video on me dissolving that. Oh, the other thing, guys, while we are here and I'm not working, I so easily get distracted. I'm going to do another shameless plug, just because. Well, it's my channel, I guess I can do what I want. Yeah, dice tray. Do you use a dice tray? I think I could do proper voiceovers. But yeah, I would do, say, if you sent me them to do, I would do a time lapse of them dissolving in acetone, and I would make it its own video. Just because it's nuts. Yeah, guys, if you use dice trays, I would love it if you went and bought one of mine. Basically, it's a company called Easy Roller Dice. No, Easy Dice Roll. What are they called? This didn't sound right. Easy Roller Dice. Basically, again, this is where, again, I'm going to say I'm very fortunate. They send me stuff. They send me dice, and if you like dice, I mean, these are nice dice. This is a nice big dice. Again, I need to get a light behind it so you can see it better. But they do lots of metal dice, which I absolutely love. But they also do stone dice. And these are like, I don't know, like the amethyst, not amethyst, the crystal stone. I don't know how you explain it. But yeah, so these dice are made from stone. which I think are awesome. Obviously, a whole variety of like shiny ones. These ones are my new favourite because they're so easy and clear to see. So it's kind of like a shiny black. It's like silvery black because it's like very silver, but they're obviously a nice green colour, so easier to see. I've got a whole variety of metal ones, but then going back to the dice tray, they've only made a limited number of these because obviously they're not going to make loads because they don't sell. They've obviously lost money. But yeah, go and buy these, guys. There's a link down below to these. There's a discount code of 15% off of this and any dice you buy. But if these do sell, then they're going to make dice with my logo on, which obviously I really want. But yeah, I need your help, guys. Go and buy the dice trays, please, please, please. That's enough of that. Shameless plug. Apologies. Well, you may have seen that I made a video on the dice tray. That's going to be like, well, it's an advert, and that's going to be in a few of my next videos coming up. Again, just because I want to try and push the dice tray, because I want my dice with my face on. So little things in life make me happy, and getting dice with my face on will make me happy. Right then. I should put. You checked the dice tray expensive ship from the US. Whoa, okay. I didn't realise that. Yeah. Buy the dice. If you're in America, buy the dice tray. Yeah, I didn't realise it was that expensive. Yeah, that is quite expensive. Because the dice tray itself is, I think, it's quite cheap. $19. Get 15% off. It's like $18 or something then. So if you're in the UK, don't buy it because that's going to cost you a fortune to get it sent to you. But yeah, if you're in America, go check it out. Check it out. Evening, Lazarus. I've got wings. But although, what's the time now? 9:30. So an hour and a half, and all I've done is put 2 wings on. Yeah, see, I do too much chatting because I really thought I was going to get a lot done. But hey ho, I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. You can't buy, you're a poor man. No, yeah, don't. Yeah, if you've got no money, don't buy. Because I know what that's like. Because I've not got money. So yeah, only buy stuff if you've got money. Obviously, that makes sense. Right, let's crack on because I want to get at least if I can just get one framework done. So I won't be able to put anything on it for a few days because I've not got any panels. Let's get these up actually. But yeah, so next week, guys, I'm gonna, if I can, I'm gonna do what I did last week and every day live stream, but it'll be mornings though, just because mornings are so much easier for me to school run, get here, do some work. Then in the afternoon I can do some other work, and then in the evenings I can just chill. Right, I need to get my head in gear because I need to think of what I'm doing. I'm building the framework and it's going to be, well, I think it's going to be in between the height of this and the height of that. It's not quite this height, but it's a bit bigger than this. Mario, mad respects, bro. I'm working and just saw your stream, but you do awesome work. Cheers, buddy. I want to start kit bashing. Yeah, kit bashing is fun, but I never get the inspiration, dedication, or time to do it. Yeah, I must. Yeah, time. Well, time, isn't it? But obviously, I started this hobby as a way of obviously wasting time because obviously I was in the lockdown. But obviously now it's more of a relaxation thing for me from doing other stuff. So always try and find time to do something that's relaxing and, well, fun, basically. Paul just got done cleaning the hobby space. Well, obviously it doesn't take me long to clean my hobby space because, well, this is it. This is all the room I've got. And obviously it's less room because I've normally got my arty station paints. I say you want to see the paints because I've took a lot of time getting all the paints out of obviously all the boxes that Army Painter sent me, put them all in their colours, and then arrange them really nicely in the arty station stuff, so it just looks really nice. And again, it's things like that that make me happy. Again, easily pleased sometimes. Right, so what I'm going to do is obviously cut up loads of the same lengths, because obviously these are going to make the framework that's going to go here for the thruster engine, whatever it's called. Subscribers are going up slowly but surely. So I reckon, I think I'm getting about 100 a day ish. So what do we need? 5. So what's it today? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So Tuesday of next week, possibly, I could hit 50,000 subscribers. But I'm sure with your help, I could hit it before Tuesday. So guys, please share my stuff. Please, please. Yeah, if there's any way you can share any of my videos on any kind of like forums, Discord, Facebook, with your Nan's Knitting Club. Yeah, if you can share it, that'd be much appreciated. What's the Tau Manta from? Warhammer? Don't know. I'm not too sure. Yeah, so because these jet engine things I'm doing don't need to be like super strong, that's why I'm going to make it my old-fashioned way of doing obviously framework with sprues and then just covering it with the fin panels, which I'm trying to find one. Oh, there's one. Yeah, and then obviously covering it with the wafer fin panels, because it's not taking any sort of weight. It doesn't need to be strong, whereas obviously the main box is super strong. So I can stand on this box and I'm quite heavy. So I can stand on the box, it takes my weight. The wings, again, are done with the thick panels. Obviously at the moment it's only glued at the top. There's lots more bits going to go on. It's going to get a good layering of sprue goo, and the underneath is going to get some more sprue goo. So in theory, again, what I want to be able to do is you can pick this up rather from the underneath or from the wings. It's that strong, you can pick it up from the wings. That's kind of what has been in my head when I've been building this. That's what I've been thinking of. So that's why I'm trying to make it that is a doable possibility, and it won't sort of break, buckle, or whatever. Yeah, right, so what am I doing? So I want to kind of put one in there. So I think I might just poke a hole in, really. Andre, can I ask how you levitate the surface? Yes and no. I can't lift it up because I've just glued the wings on. But basically this has got a bottom to it. If you go and have a look at my previous videos, you'll see me making the main carcass of this. And basically there's a big bottom bit to it. So the wings are only on these books because I've just glued them in place. And it just saves me from holding the wings, which is why all these boxes are here. When you see me do this on Monday, you'll get a better view of the whole thing, so I'll be able to turn it around, lift it up and show it off. But because I've just glued the wings on, I can't really move it to show you the underneath. But if you look at my previous live streams, then you'll be able to see how I've done everything. Oh, sorry, I just realised it was Troy. You're asking what this is from. Sorry, buddy. You alright, Troy? Yeah, Warhammer 40k. Yeah, cool. Aisha, the Discord I am on only go mental on D&D. Ah, yeah, see, yeah. Obviously, I'm going to go into D&D and I can't wait. I've already started looking. So I was going to make a cleric. But I'm not making a cleric now. The group I'm going in, there's already another cleric. So obviously you don't want to have 2 clerics. So I'm doing another class that I love playing. Well, certainly love playing in World of Warcraft. That's a druid. So I'm going druid now. What am I looking for? Something pokey. Yeah, so I'm making a druid for my first sort of Warhammer D&D game. Still not 100% sure on what circle I'm going for. I'm now looking at wildfire, because I like druids that cast spells. So initially I was going to go for Circle of the Moon, but I think that's more of a turning into animals and doing damage that way. But say I like to be sort of middle back and casting things. So I'm now looking at Circle of, I think it's Wildfire, which as the name suggests, I kind of shoot fiery things. So yeah. Yeah, so Troy, I'm looking to be a druid, but I'm changing it now to be a Circle of the Wildfire, I think that's what it's called. Not sure. But yeah. Yeah, you're going Warforged. The weight of this, I think it was only, because we weighed it the other day, didn't we? It was 2.6 kilograms. But I reckon the weight will double, because it didn't have the wings on then. But say there's a lot more at the bottom to do. There's these bits either side to do. The underneath needs a lot of work, because I haven't done anything really to the underneath of this. I don't think this is going to weigh as much as the Warforged one. So was it 2.6? I reckon this might weigh about 7, maybe 8 kilograms. Again, it's hard to say. Yeah. It's going to weigh a fair amount, though. You're going to make him a tank, but a pacifist. Well, that's fine, because I think the one of the... So again, I'm looking up all the spells, because when I played AD&D, there wasn't druids. So there's a lot of, obviously, learning and catching up to do. And I think one of the spells the druids got is it whip of something. It's like whip of thorns. Basically, I can put a whip round someone, and I can move them. Well, like 10 feet back or 10 feet forward or something. So there you go. If you Troy, you be a pacifist, I'll just put this whip round you and move you at the front. Cannon fodder. Well, yeah, there's also a the pet I get, isn't there? The it's a little fiery thing, but again, you can use that to teleport people. So again, I'll teleport you 10 foot forward. Carlos, D&D game where every party member is a cleric of different types. Blimey. Bet it took a lot to get them down then. Because obviously you just sort of go around healing each other, don't you? Alan, the video is doing the loop thing on my end. Back in about 2... Yeah, awesome. That's what I like to see. Yeah, guys, if you're watching me and then you have to go out or do anything, yeah, just leave me on. Or even better, obviously I've got quite a few playlists. Go and click on one of the playlists, especially, well, the live video playlist is a good one, because obviously each video is about 2-3 hours. So you stick that on the playlist, and obviously that'll last for quite a long time. Elemental, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, the little fiery fella. So it's that one I think I'm going to go for. But I quite like the one out of the player's handbook though. There's just the circle. I know not a circle of Oh, I forgot what it is. It's in the player's handbook. Because obviously the first thing I did was that I went on YouTube and looked up the strongest, most powerful ones. And obviously that's when it came up with the moon one. But the more I looked at it, it's more like that's not the kind of character that I would want to play. So even though that one would deal more damage and all the rest of it, it's not obviously about dealing more damage. It's about having fun and playing a class, spec, race that you kind of enjoy. And say for me, I do like, if I'm going to go druid, then I want to go spellcasting. Aisha, I have been doing that every day. So I don't know what you're talking about, Aisha. What have you been doing every day? Yeah, I don't know. Is it a good thing you're doing every day, Aisha, or is it a bad thing? Sorry, I think I've missed the conversation, or I've forgotten what you're talking about. Yeah, not sure. Sorry. They can sling flaming chimp clumps. Fair enough. Yeah, Troy, all about doing something you enjoy. Yeah, definitely. So I think the problem is, because when I used to play World of Warcraft, you pretty much made your character so it did do more damage, or I always used to. And then sometimes, I say, you'd play the game purely to do more damage and not play a class or spec that's fun. And obviously that's why I like D&D, because it is a case of you're being that person. So yeah, even if you can do less damage but you're having more fun, then have more fun. Right, I've got another one there, and then we'll start doing some top bits, and then that might almost be was only a couple of minutes ago. But what was... Oh, I'll leave the video playing. Cool. Again, don't forget, I don't always read every comment. If it's in orange, then I'll read it. If it's not in orange, then it sometimes goes and I miss it. So I do apologise that I don't read all the comments. It's only because, again, if I read all the comments, I really would be here. Well, we'd be to having a chit chat, and I'd get nothing done. Nothing at all. Andre, I started the stream without you. No, I've only literally just pushed the button. I've done nothing, mate. I've just been sitting here waiting for you. Well, it feels like I haven't done much. I've put on 2 wings. I say, if I'd been sitting here on my own doing that, that would have taken about 5-10 minutes. As opposed to, well, it's under 2 hours. But where's the fun in that, eh? So that's why I want to try something different. Be a pacifist. Yeah, why not? Like I say, it's not having to do what's meant to be done. It's having fun. So yeah, so a pacifist sort of fighter would certainly be fun. Again, because this engine comes straight back. But yeah, so all this back bit is, again, I'm just doing the top bits here, top bits there. Then say sometime next week I'm going to flip it upside down, finish off all the bottom, and then I'm going to come to the back, finish off the back. So again, that's why these bits that stick out of the back, I'm not even really thinking about until I actually come to do that. So yes, I'm going to stick with doing the bits on the top, flipping it, do the bits underneath, then do the back, and then I should be in a position where I can then just coat the whole thing. That's going to be quite fun, coating it all in sprue goo. Right, let's just glue it on there and then cut. Okay, then we're cool. Awesome. Cheers, Andre. Didn't want to upset you. Well, one thing you might have missed though, Andre, what I've said is I'm going to do next week kind of what I did last week. and that is I'm going to live stream if possible every day, but it'll be in the mornings though, sort of like the old 9 till sort of 12ish. Yeah, but it might not necessarily all be this though, although it probably would be. So again, in my head I'm trying to think of what I like to sort of plan what I'm doing, even though obviously it's a hobby and I'm having fun. I like to sort of still have a plan to it, just because, well, that's just kind of me, really. You get your Monday nights back. Yeah, so that week it really worked out well. Doing the school run, coming back, everything's kind of like pretty much set up. Just get a few bits, do some work, and then yeah, rest of the day I just crack on with other stuff. And also you got the mornings off. Cool. Plus it works well as well, because obviously then the night before is when I get everything ready for the next day, whether it's getting sprue goo or panels. Graham Chapman, this is insane, I love it. Cheers, buddy. I say it is definitely getting bigger. Just wondering, these thrusters, I'm not sure if they're meant to get like lower. Again, that's where sometimes it's difficult to see on these pictures exactly what's happening. But again, just by going by the looks of the picture that I'm looking at, of the actual like made one, the height here doesn't seem that high. I mean, I know some of this is going to get some sprue goo on it. Would it look right if it was sloping down, I wonder? Yeah, because these wings are sloping down. Because the gap that's in here looks like it's the same. And it'd obviously only be the same if it was all sloping. Decisions. Have a quick look so I can get another picture up, because I'm only looking at one picture and I just want to see whether or not this thruster thing does go flat or if it sort of slopes down to go to the wing. Right, well, that one doesn't really show me much at all. That one shows me the underneath. It has been difficult trying to find decent enough pictures of this. Oh, that. Again, so some of the pictures just look different to others. because this one's now showing a bigger gap at the back. Yeah, I think I'm going to slow it down because it doesn't look anywhere near that height. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just talking myself here. Yeah, I'm going to chop a bit off. Right. Oh, I missed. Fancy an online player for D&D? Yeah, see, kind of no, really. I'm very much sort of old school D&D, as in I like to sort of sit around with people, play the game, use figures if possible, and roll dice. So yeah, that's kind of why I've been holding off for a long time to try and find people to play with, really. Because obviously I could have played online D&D ages ago. But yeah, I really want to, well, meet people face to face, roll dice. Aisha can't get on this live stream on Monday mornings. Impossible. Oh no. Well, then you need to play catch up and watch it later on when you can watch it. Maybe what I could do is every now and then I could just sort of shout out, Aisha, how you doing? Throughout the stream. Just so then you feel like you were part of it when it was live. Right, again, this is just me eyeballing. But I reckon if we go there, we're not a million miles away. Don't think I've missed anything. So I need to change that because that obviously needs to slope down. But yeah, that looks much better. But again, this one I'm looking at, these wings don't curl up, well, hardly yet at all. So it's again, very confusing when I'm seeing so many different pictures and they're all a little bit different from each other. So, yeah. Oh well. So this is obviously going to be a special one-off Tau Manta from Sprues for starters. And it's going to possibly look a little bit different from some of the others that I'm seeing. Not by a lot, but but enough to make it different. Right, let's hold this and I'll cut it off. Alex, where do you get your acetone from? The last stuff I tried wouldn't fully melt the sprues. I get mine from Amazon. I get everything from Amazon. And generally I get the cheapest one going. Basically everyone I've used has, I think the lowest rated one was 99.5%. I think the one I'm using at the moment is 100%. But yeah, I've not seen any that have been less than 99.5% acetone. But yeah, I'd just get the cheapest one is what I get. Right. Again, good old eyeballing if I can. That's not going to fit in. Where's my tape measure? Renee, oh hey, I'm actually able to catch a live stream for once. Looking good with the Manta so far. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. We are live. Rennie, we were. Apologies, I'm crap at pronouncing names. And some words, to be honest. All right. That looks like it's going about there. So about there. Good old eyeball. So if we take that much. That's what I do like the thrusters on this thing. They are big, and so they come back a bit more, and even part of them seems to obviously be below the wing. Yeah, supersized thrusters. Destiny, I would love to see if a dough press would do much for the sprue goo sheets. Yeah, I can't see why not. Yeah, I think the only problem would be obviously the size. As in, I think the biggest one I've seen, well, I've got one because I use it for polymer clay. So I've got a machine with obviously the 2 rollers and the little handy bit. But obviously the one I've got is quite big, but it's still only that wide that you'd be able to get the sprue through. And the only, again, issue would be you'd have to get the sprue goo out and leave it out for at least 30 seconds to a minute, because otherwise it just sticks to everything it touches. So obviously you have the problem where when you put it through and you roll it, when you squish the sprue goo, obviously the outer edge of the sprue goo is dried, but the inner bit is still really gooey. So when it squishes it, if it squishes it and some of that inner stuff squirts out, that would then stick to the rollers, and as you're rolling it, it'll just make a mess then. So as much as I think it would work, I think you might have a lot of issues with it making more of a mess than being good. Rolling pin, nice and easy, can't go wrong. That won't fit. Gosh, we've got a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Right, I was going to finish at 10, but as I'm happy doing this and you guys seem happy watching, I'm going to carry on for a little bit longer. So we get, guys, share my videos where possible. Let your friends know about me if they're interested in, well, any kind of tabletop gaming. Obviously, I will be doing a lot more sort of D&D stuff soon. So if you know anyone who's into D&D, by all means, yeah, let them know about me. Obviously, from painting figures to making like dungeon floor tiles and sort of scenes and sets. I've got a big board over there that I've started on that I'm going to put the old like flocking on it, and then do paths, little lakes, rocky terrain, all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to kind of make it modular, so bits can be added and taken away, basically. And also, yeah, I'll be making a few like houses, buildings, scratch built sort of stuff from, well, anything really, balsa wood and sort of any kind of crafting sort of materials. So yeah, so if you know anyone who's interested in D&D, by all means let them know that that is what will be on this channel. Again, good old eyeballing, can't go wrong. Aisha's got to go, you're getting nagged by the nurses. You have surgery at 9 in the morning. Hope it all goes well for you, hun. Yeah, be thinking of you. And yeah, let us know next week, or yeah, how it goes. So yeah, good luck. Right, good old hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. Hopefully that will be enough for it to glue. Yeah, so this, again, the sprue goo, the outer edge, the outer part of it, the acetone's evaporated and it's firming up. But say, because that is quite thick in some areas, it will take a while for it to fully sort of harden. But say, certainly the best thing to glue the wings onto the main body is using the sprue glue. Just because, say, once it does go hard, obviously, you sort of at the hardness of this, the panel. But say it's going to have more goo underneath as well, going like a curve. So say the wings on this should be really fully attached to this. You'll be able to pick it up by the wings. yeah, message me, let me know how it goes. And say, I will be thinking of you tomorrow. Salal Aldin, hello. There we go. The framework is taking shape. Oh, it would have been if I'd left it alone and not touched it again. Right, just hold it a bit longer. Yeah, more framework for the jet engine thruster thingies. Oh, pretty better that way actually. More contact. Cool. I think I'll have a little cross member going because it's quite a big panel that's going to go on there. Yeah, having another one go along the middle will certainly help. And then what I might do is try and carefully spin it round and obviously do this on the other side, just so then this is obviously all ready then for when I have got some panels made. Because I say, so I won't be working on this again now until Monday. So yeah, Monday's stream. Say Monday morning, probably like 9 till 12. I'll probably be working on this next. Right, good morning from Oz. Good morning, Daniel. Hope you're well. Yeah. So what's that about? Is it quarter past 10 or quarter past 9? Spider Pig 8310. First time on one of my streams. Good to be here. Good to have you here, old Spider Pig. Or maybe young Spider Pig. Right, I'm just going to give that a few seconds to sort of dry it, and then I might as well put one here and one there actually. Yeah. And then we'll spin it around once I've done that. So basically, I'm building a framework now for the thrusters that go on the back. Obviously, earlier on this evening, I attached the wings onto it, which is why I've got rid of all my arty station units and cabinets, what you want to call them, because there was just no room for them on my desk with this. So obviously this is a bit of a beastie. It's a little bit on the big side. 8:15. Oh, okay. Yeah, because the old daylight saving time as well. Because our clocks. When do our clocks go back? Is it this weekend? Because then it's only like an hour. Well, 11 hours difference then. Josiah Sparks, what is a Tau Manta? Exactly, what is a Tau Manta? Well, basically, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's this spaceship. It's a huge spaceship, and it's huge. And it's exactly what's on my desk. Made by Forge World. From what I've read, it's the biggest kind of vehicle you can get in Warhammer. So why not make the biggest vehicle you can get out of sprues? Dropship, yeah, that's it. It's a dropship. So it contains sort of vehicles and loads of troops, basically. Although, I mean, does anyone ever actually use one of these? Has anyone actually played Warhammer and seen one of these being used? Because obviously, this turning up at any sort of Warhammer game convention thingy, it'll just take up most of the floor plan, wouldn't it? See this thing coming in. It's just ridiculous size. Is this top or bottom? Well, the view you're looking at is the top. I've literally just glued the wings on, which is why these boxes are underneath the wings. When the wings are dry, I can take these boxes away, and obviously it will stay this height. The boxes are purely there because I have only just done the wings. So obviously it needs. Yeah, I saw his video. Yeah, because he's making a big sort of diorama as well, isn't he now? It's not just obviously the building of it. He's making the a diorama for it to sort of sit in, I guess. Which would be pretty awesome looking, because obviously this is the size of his. So imagine this, and then making a scenery set for it to sort of like sit in, live in. It's going to be huge. Lazarus, it takes about a quarter of the table. It's just nuts, isn't it? Just crazy, man. Right, one more underneath this. So when I do put the panel on top, it's got sort of, it's not going to be flexing. It'll have a bit of strength and support to it. What's that? Maybe I can make a burger fries diorama, or just make a diorama for my burger. I say one day I will make the fries to go with it. Just don't know when. You can still take it out around what I'm shooting, really. So it really is then used just to drop all the troops in one sort of hit. It's not, you can't really use this to sort of like take out a board then. Right, I'm going to move some stuff out of the way because I am going to spin this sucker around. I'm going to spin it a little bit actually. Yeah, you're not going to see much because obviously I'm going to spin it so that end is here. So yeah, you're not really going to get to see it in its glory yet. Yeah, I think Monday's stream, when you come back, I'll be able to hold this up and then you'll be able to see it in its glory. Because I think Monday Monday I might actually flip it and do the underneath on Monday. Just to sort of get that done. Plus, because the underneath will help support the wings as well. So obviously at the moment it literally is just that bit that I've got there. Whereas if I flip it over, I can put more sprue goo underneath to give it like the curve, and that will help give it more strength support. Yeah, so Monday I'm going to do the underneath. So I need to make sure I've got plenty of sprue goo. Yeah, don't really need any panels for the underneath. Although I might actually. just too big, man, too big. Right, I'll try and move it over so you can actually see. Basically what I'm going to do is that framework I've just done over there, I'm going to do over this side. Right, move these out of the way. Yeah, good old greaseproof paper because it doesn't stick to anything. And yeah, so you can see it's still really soft. So this will take 2-3 days at least, I would have thought, because some of the sprue goo is quite thick, where it's filled obviously the gaps. Right, let's put these books away properly because I don't want to damage my lovely D&D books. I keep forgetting what day it is. It's Friday tomorrow, isn't it? I keep feeling it's like a Friday today for some reason. Let's just. Oh yes, all the bits and pieces in it. 12,500 point army. Focus. Right. Yeah. So basically, I'm just going to copy what I've done on the other side, really. I'm just going to stand up, take some measurements. So what we'll do is we'll do that, and I'm going to stand up and take some measurements. Right, 20. Right, there we go. And we can do that. Yeah, Theo, how did the non-GW goo turn out? Not well, basically. Yeah, if anyone who wasn't here earlier, why not? Yeah, so basically I was sent loads of sprues, but they weren't Gundam sprues, but they were like Gundam sprues, as in they were like the round, thinner ones. So basically anything not GW. Put them in here. As you can see like the layer of acetone, then a layer of what looks like, well, it's basically, it looks like milk that's gone off. So it's very cloudy, very lumpy, very nasty. Obviously it has melted or dissolved the sprues, but if I put a spoon in there and scoop it up, it just looks like vomit. It's really not it's not turned into a good state of sprue goo. Two things, I might have to try it again, because basically this jar was used for sprues, as in Games Workshop sprues. So I'm not sure if the two together has made it go like this, or this is just them other sprues. Because the one thing I've always thought about the other sprues, like the Gundam style ones, they're very shiny. So it looks like there's like oil on them. Obviously there isn't oil because you touch them, nothing comes off. But compared to obviously Warhammer sprues, I mean Warhammer sprues obviously it's plastic, so there's a little bit of a shine, but not anything great because obviously it's plastic, so it looks smooth and shiny. But the Gundam style ones, they look extra shiny. And they just look like they're coated in something. I mean, they might just be coated on the outside, or it might be on the inside as well, I'm not too sure. But I'm thinking whatever the other sprues are coated in is what all this gunky stuff is. So obviously the sprues have dissolved into sprue goo, but whatever else is in there has left this really yucky layer above. And the problem is the sprue stuff at the bottom isn't like a nice sprue goo that I'm used to. It's, again, it looks like vomit. It's just got bits in it, it's a bit lumpy, it's a bit watery. It's just not sprue goo. But say, I will try it again because it may be because the 2 sprues were in here. I mean, there wasn't much left of the other sprue, as in very little. I mean, I'd spooned out most of the Warhammer sprues out of this. The acetone that was in it was a clean, fresh acetone. So it wasn't like the acetone was bad. It was nice and clear. It was good acetone. But literally overnight it went like this. So you got a layer of acetone, a layer of gone off milk, and then a very dodgy sprue goo at the bottom, which is a bit of a shame because the guy Sylvain, I don't know if he's still here, sent me a big box. When I say big, it's the biggest box I've ever seen. It's a big, huge box full of the sprues. Obviously I still can use the sprues to make frames with and other bits and pieces. I just can't dissolve them at the moment to make sprue goo, which is a shame. Shouldn't I start packing? Well, the good thing is it's hollow inside, Andre, so it wouldn't take much to get a knife and cut a nice sort of firework hole in there to ram them in. Don't worry, if this still could have fireworks put in it. Yeah, because basically, guys, once I've built this, well, basically, I'm going to build it, put it on eBay, and then when I do the video for this, so obviously you can see this being made, but in a much shorter time, I'm going to have a link to the eBay listing, and if someone wants to buy it, they can buy it. I am going to stick, obviously, a reserve price on it. I'm not sure what it is going to be yet, but I'm going to stick a reserve price on it. If it doesn't sell, then I'm 2 options, or maybe do both. I'm going to film me throwing this out the window. I'm only on the 1st floor, but I want to see how strong it is by how well it hits the floor and breaks apart or doesn't break apart. And then take it to a field, cut some bits in the back, stick some fireworks in it. Obviously make sure there's no one around, no dogs, no one anywhere near. There's quite a few fields near me that are huge fields, so you could go there and there'd be no one for about a mile. So yeah, fireworks in it, again filming it, and seeing what happens basically. So yeah, so they're the kind of options. Basically there's no option where this stays in my flat because I've got no room basically. As you can see, I'm having problems even building this thing. I have no room. So yeah, it's gonna leave my flat rather in one piece or several pieces, but we'll see. Theo, so GW does something right then. Yeah, they make sprues that I can turn into goo sprue or sprue goo. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to turn sprues into sprue goo, you have to use GW's one. They've cornered the market in sprue goo making. Lobs it out the window. Takes off, yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, well, it's got wings, but there's not a lot of aerodynamics in this because obviously the wings are very, very short compared to the main carcass of the body. So yeah, it's gonna nosedive. But say if I do that, then I will be filming. Whatever I do, if it's not going to eBay, I will film me destroying this somehow. Yeah, just because it's not staying with me. Oh, 429 subscribers to go to the big 5-0. So yeah, guys, please get sharing. Let's get me to. So I reckon I'm going to hit 50,000 on Tuesday. Yeah, Yeah, because I think I'm getting about 100 a day, 100 subscribers a day. So yeah, so Tuesday we should get there. But yes, if you can get me there any quicker, that would be awesome. So we'll do a special video and a little giveaway. Right. I'm making another one of those, aren't I? That's what I'm doing. So I just keep looking at seeing this at the corner of my eye. It really does. Because I was going to throw this, but obviously I thought I'd keep it just so you guys can see it. But it's, oh yeah, it just looks like sick. Just check a couple of things. Oh, pardon me. God, I've not once mentioned in the last 2.5 hours about giving this video a thumbs up. But it looks like people have been giving it a thumbs up, so that's awesome. So cheers, guys. So I was just reading the an email from Redmore. I don't know, you still here, Redmore? Yeah, crazy chap wants to send me Tau Pathfinders, like a box set, so original Tau Pathfinders, for me to dissolve into sprue goo. So I don't know if he's still here, but I have said I will. If he wants to send me a box of something, I'll happily dissolve whatever. But I might make it into its own like little video. So I'd get the Tau Pathfinders, do a video of me obviously unboxing, cutting the figures off from the sprue, probably gluing them together so they're obviously in their figures, putting them in a jar of acetone, but I might do like a time-lapse video, so I might actually film the whole of it dissolving, but obviously like speed it up, crazy speed it up, so you'd see the figures just dissolve into sprue goo. Seems a bit mad, but if the chap wants to send me some, I'll happily dissolve them and use them as sprue goo for whatever. But yeah, I'd video it just for the fun of a video where I take GW stuff and just dissolve it. That's funny. So yeah, Red Mal. I'm probably saying, what is it? Mal? Red Mal? But yeah, no, I'll happily do that, and that'd be funny, and yeah, we'll make a video of it. Cool. I'm guessing that set of sprue goo can't be used at all. I won't use it because it might take forever to harden. The fact that it's got this extra layer of something in it, I know everyone always goes on about the sprue goo being sort of toxic and bad for you and this, that and the other, and they're probably right. But this looks toxic. I wouldn't want to get it out of the jar. I wouldn't want to put it on this. I say it might never reset, and if it does, it might do something weird. Yeah, I wouldn't want to open the jar and get this stuff out, basically. It's like I'm a bit mad, but that just looks wrong. That looks like it should be in a toxic dump somewhere. So yeah. Right. That's it. I poked it in the hole, didn't I? Turned him into something orc. I think by the looks of that stuff, it'll definitely be more Nurgle. I think even the orcs might turn their nose up at that. Because it is just rancid. Oh, the Tau models. Tell me something, Orc. Ah. Well, to be honest, if it's going to be made of sprue goo, I would use it on this. Because then, no, it's more fitting that way, isn't it? Because obviously, cause I don't even know what a Tau Pathfinder is. Is it a box full of little figures? Or is it a vehicle? See, I don't even know. But if Tau Pathfinders are people, then that's even better. Because obviously then I'm melting the people and they're going to be part of the ship. Which seems quite fitting. But so yeah, I'll happily melt melt figures. There's a little nibbly knobbly bit right in the way of where I want to put this. Alright, it's easily rectified, just chop off the nibbly knobbly bit. And there we go. Pathfinders are scout infantry. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I would cut the figures out, yeah, glue the figures, assemble them, and then yeah, stick them in a jar of acetone and watch them melt. Andre's got to get up in 5 hours. Well, you have a good sleep, mate. Yeah, Monday. I'll be back Monday doing a live stream. So see you then. See you later, buddy. Yeah, so I think basically I'm just going to carry on doing a live stream until I get this other little bit done, which I'm hoping should only be 20 minutes or so. And then I'll be finishing off. And I say I'll be back on Monday. Monday morning, probably 9 till 12 UK time I will film. And yeah, like I say, I'll be doing the underneath I think on Monday. Just so I can flip this over and work on the underneath. So sometimes this glue really sort of, well, just takes forever to dry. Again, I don't know if it's because obviously, like I say, I have the windows open all the time and it is a bit cold, and I think that does make the drying time a whole lot slower. Bill making stuff. You alright, buddy? How's life treating you, Bill? Getting any sleep yet? As you can see, it's getting bigger, and I've had to move my arty station stuff off my desk just to fit this on, because I'm running out of room. This is where I need a lottery win. I need a small lottery win, but just so I can get a house, get a garden, and get a shed. I would love a shed. Well, I say a shed. We're talking a fair size shed. Would be nice. Warstrike 857. The sprue builds become out of hand. Yeah. Yeah. I say for a channel that's called Miniature Hobbyist, I can't even build what I want to build on my desk because it's too big. But obviously it's still a miniature. It's just a rather large miniature. No sleep, dying. Oh, bless. Yes, the joys of having a little one. It's obviously, even when I get into a pattern, it's still like, was it about 4 hours? Sleep 4 hours, feed. Sleep 4 hours, feed. Sleep 4 hours, feed. And obviously poop and all that in between. But hey ho, it's all good fun. Right. Oh, I probably should have put another one underneath there as well, actually. Let's quickly stick that another one under there, just for a bit more strength. Let's say, I'll possibly put on Monday, I'll panel these and then I'll flip it over and do the underneath, because there's a lot of work to do on the underneath of this as well, actually. Oh, but a big question though, Bill. Have you got your things are stuck? Have you done your build for your Monster Bash? I'm kind of guessing you would have, because obviously it comes out on Sunday, doesn't it? More like 3 hours. Oh no. Hungry little thing then, eh? Yeah, just yeah, luckily a box of sprues turned up yesterday, because I had actually run out for the first time. Well, for the first time, for the first time since making things with sprues, I actually had no sprues, which is, yeah, quite bizarre. Because I say at one stage, I think I had 14 boxes. 2 of those boxes were large boxes because they were the ones that my 3D printer came in and the curing and wash station. So 2 big boxes, and then say about 12, 13 other boxes, and even the smaller boxes were still sort of, well, probably the size of about sort of 3 shoe boxes, each one of those. So yeah, I had tons at one stage. I had tons and tons of sprues, and my bedroom was literally just filled with boxes, boxes of sprues. And then so yeah, earlier this week no sprues left whatsoever. Basically the wings I did on this, I think that pretty much used up the last of my sprues. But then yeah, so a box turned up yesterday, which was pretty cool. Although it's turned up, but it won't take long to get through that box. Just to say, I need to start doing a lot of sprue goo soon. So when I do flip it up on Monday, there's a few panels that are going to go in, but basically a lot of sprue goo just to make the curved edges and arches and stuff. And obviously back onto the top, I've got to do the panel in there, panel here. There's a bit more of a panel that goes on the front, little panels on the side, and then basically cover the whole thing in another thin layer of sprue goo. So yeah, lots of sprues left to done. I was on your Instagram, so I really don't use Instagram much. I should use it more. I will go and have a nose later then. The Great Penguin, how long have we been at this? Well, this is live stream, was it 11? So yeah, quite a while, but as I always say, when I'm live streaming, it takes me between 5 and 10 times longer to make anything, because I spend more time chatting and waffling to you guys. So everything I've done, I would have done at least 5 times quicker if I wasn't live streaming, but then it wouldn't have been as much fun. Make a shed out of sprues. Well, I would, but I've got nowhere to put it. Because otherwise, yeah, that would be an option. But yeah, living in a 1-bedroom flat, I don't have a garden, unfortunately. Oh, do you mean how long I've been today, this evening? Yeah, 2 hours and 45 minutes I've been here. Well, the weird thing with those Monster Bash things, though, I always enjoyed doing them, but then when I've made the thing I'm making, I look at it and I never like it, and I think it's because it doesn't fit in with anything that I normally make. So obviously Warhammer stuff, obviously I make a lot of Warhammer stuff. D&D stuff, obviously I want to make more D&D stuff. I've made a few bits, so I love all that. But then the Monster Bash thing, because it's so random, obviously that's the whole point of it, that I look at it and I start disliking it to the point of I really dislike it, and the chances are it'll end up going in the bin. Because that's where the the first Monster Bash thing I made went in the bin. The second one my daughter's got. Because the second one, it's a monster, but it's kind of like a cute monster. Whereas the thing I've made now is a bit of an evil looking monster, and yeah, it just I don't like looking at it. One, because it obviously looks disgusting and evil, and two, it just doesn't fit in with anything that I would normally make. But when I was making it, I was really enjoying it. Even the painting, I enjoyed the painting. I'll show you it, because I don't like it anymore now. So I haven't actually finished doing a video for it. I finished filming it all. I just need to edit it all together and then do the voiceover and all that kind of stuff. But as I say, it just plays on my mind that it doesn't fit with what I make. So this is what I've made. Basically, if you know what it is, it's miscast. A guy called Trent, lovely guy, and he does a thing called a Monster Bash, where there's a random sort of picture generator, and you stop this thing 7 times, you get 7 pictures. I'm not even sure if I've still got the pictures. And then from them 7 pictures, you've got to sort of make, well, a monster, basically. And you can make it out of whatever you want. You can do it however you want. No, I haven't only got the pictures anymore. And yeah, basically I had a donut. I had some sort of weird arm, although my weird arm doesn't look as weird as the weird arm came out. Some short legs, long legs, wearing kinky boots, candles, a load of eyeballs, and again, I'm still not sure whether he's sitting on eggs or he's sitting on poop. I'm not sure. But this is my Monster Bash. And I say, because it doesn't fit in with anything that I make, I don't like looking at it. So literally this is going to go straight in the bin once I've finished making the video, just because, yeah, it's just like but hey ho, I enjoyed making it. That's the weird thing. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed painting it. I just don't like the look of it. If anyone lives near me and wants it, they can come and pick it up, because literally come Sunday that will be in the bin, because I just don't, yeah. Whereas my sprue burger, which is now, yeah, see the difference. See, again, I'm one of these people, I like to be happy. Looking at that doesn't make me happy. Looking at this makes me happy. So big difference. Both made out of sprues. Which one do you like looking at? I know which one I like looking at, and it's not this. So yeah, sprue burger for the win, as always. Oh, I don't know where to put it now. There we go. We'll stick it there, just because I like looking at it. So we'll stick it there. You can look at it, and I can carry on just building this. Because as me saying, I'll get this done in 10-15 minutes. That's about an hour ago, wasn't it? What's time now? 10:02. Yeah. I haven't got to be up. Oh no, I've got to be up early in the morning. So I want to go to the post office and pick something up. So it was the rest The rest can go in the bin. What rest? Oh, I missed something. Are you most proud of your latest? And you want to display it. Oh, the rest can go. Yeah, again, I love the whole idea of the Monster Bash thing, making something that you wouldn't normally make, and how you interpret the pictures and what you use to make it with and all that. But say it just, yeah, it just doesn't fit in well with what I want sitting around me. It's not that it scares me. It's just that it doesn't fit in with everything else. It's not pleasing to look at. But hey ho. Right, I'm just waffling now. Again, I need to get back with this because otherwise I start waffling and then I waffle more. Blimey. Take someone's eye out. So yeah, if anyone wants that Monster Bash thing, it'll be outside in my bin come Sunday. So you got until Wednesday. The bin men turn up. So you'd have until Wednesday to pick it up out the bin. I think there are a few subscribers that are relatively close. Well, I say relatively close. Basically, I'm not going to say exactly where I am, although some people do know exactly where I am. But I'm obviously in the UK, southern UK, Hampshire. But where I am, I'm sort of half hour from Portsmouth, Basingstoke, Reading and Camberley. So if you know any of those places, you can triangulate and work out I'm in the middle of Reading, Portsmouth, Basingstoke and Camberley. There are other places, but they're like the main sort of big sort of areas that are near me. Don't bin it eBay. See, I couldn't even be bothered to go through the palaver of trying to eBay it, box it up, post it, and yeah, it would just be easier to chuck it in the bin. So I know I joke about this being chucked out the window, and it may be chucked out the window. That is generally going to go in the bin because I just don't want it in my flat because it doesn't fit with everything else. Right, again, let's get back to this because waffle, 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 no work done. That burger, it does. I must admit, I didn't have any snacks because I like to eat biscuits when I'm live streaming. Well, I like to eat basically. But yeah, I had no biscuits, so I've done a live stream with no food. I mean, obviously I ate before I came on the live stream, but I've not eaten while being here. You got phone from down south, but your geography is awful, Matt. Well, if you know where Bill Making Stuff lives, I'm about an hour and 10 minutes from him, apparently. Not that I'd help anyone. Lazarus, you're off. Okay, you have a good weekend, buddy. Yeah, see you Monday. Oh, pardon me. Still further than you thought. I think what it is because obviously we've got the South Downs Forest. And people will say, "Oh yeah, I'm near the South Downs Forest," but the South Downs Forest is so big. You could be further than an hour and a bit if you're at the far ends of the South Downs Forest because it's huge. Alternatively, you could strip the paint and reduce it back to sprue goo. Yeah, see that again, the problem there is sprues that have already been sprue goo generally don't go back to being a nice sprue goo again. There's just something about it that makes them a bit tougher, a bit rougher, not as nice. I only like good sprue goo. I'm a dealer of sprue goo. I only deal with the good stuff. Alan Forbes just got notification from YouTube. Good old YouTube. Letting you know I'm on. A few hours late, but hey ho. Bill, your garden is on the very edge. Yeah, I think it's literally 2 miles for me to get to sort of the start, well, or where I am, the start of the South Downs. But yeah, it is nice in there. Well, I've only seen a few bits of the South Downs because again, it's huge. Right, we're nearly done. A few more bits, so about another 10 minutes or so, guys, and then I will be signing off. Basically, I've got done what I wanted to get done. It's just taking me longer to get it done than I thought. Even knowing that I sort of waffle and I don't get as much done as I normally do, I still kind of thought I would have got this done a lot earlier. But as I say, it doesn't bother me. There's no rush. And again, this is why when people ask me, do I do commissions? I mean, one, I think it's really weird that someone would want me to make them something. But yeah, the reason why I wouldn't want to do commissions, and I don't do commissions, is obviously I enjoy the hobby. I like making things. I wouldn't, as much as I want YouTube to be a job, I don't want what I make to be a job, if that makes some kind of sense. Because I think if I was to do commissions, I would then feel pressurised into getting something done quicker. Whereas obviously I like taking my time and enjoying what I'm building. Which is, again, why I've got about 4 or 5 projects on the go. Because, again, like something like this, because I need the wings to fully dry, I can't do a lot more than what I'm doing now. Because obviously I can't turn it upside down or do anything because I can't take these boxes from underneath the wings, otherwise the wings will just go down. So that's why when I finish the live stream, I'm going to try and find somewhere to put this. I don't know where. Somewhere I can put this. Just so I can get my desk back to being a normal desk, and then I can carry on working on something else. So yeah, I always like to have a few projects on the go, just so when one is sort of drying or if the paint's drying or whatever, I can then work on something else. But yeah, to make something for someone and have like a deadline would just take the fun out of it all. Off of his head. Burger's cold. Bill, if that was a real burger, I would still eat that, cold or not. You have a good night, buddy. Hopefully you get some sleep before feed number 3, 4, 5, whatever it might be. You take care, mate. So any of you guys have any good plans for the weekend? I know obviously it's not quite a weekend yet, but obviously not going to see you guys until, say, Monday. So yeah, any nice plans at the weekend? I think I'm obviously, oh yeah, trick-or-treating, isn't it really? Yeah, trick-or-treating with the kids. When are you guys trick-or-treating? Are you trick-or-treating on Sunday, because obviously that's the 31st, or are you doing it Saturday? Because I'm trying to find out obviously which day it's happening, but wherever you look, things are happening on both days by the looks of it. Oh, pardon me. So yeah, could be trick or treating both Saturday and Sunday maybe. Bosh, yeah. Yeah, a few more bits to do, and then I'm going to have a clean up and a finish off. Description: stepson's birthday, so you're going to do Dino Museum, nice, and fireworks. Cool. Right side is gardening and making miniatures, nice. That's the one thing I really miss about obviously not having a house, is the garden. I used to love the garden. Didn't need to do a lot, just a little bit of pottery in here and there. But just having a garden to be able to like, go and sit in. Well, more importantly, I had a garden, I had a hot tub in. Because I built like a gazebo area, raised floor, all that kind of stuff. For the for a hot tub. That's the one thing I really miss about having a garden. Obviously I'd like to have a garden so I can have a big shed and all that. But yeah, I do miss the hot tub. Remember, no fires. Harry, my daughter's having a gender reveal party for the first grandchild. Oh, awesome. Well done. Gonna be a grandparent. Nice. And you find out what it is. Well, I reckon it's going to be a boy or a girl. Well, I say in that, that's no guarantee these days, is it? Might be a toaster. So that's what I hate them. When bits fly off, I know I'm going to step on them at some stage in the next, well, few days. I do try now, whenever I do a sitting where I do a lot of sprue cutting, the next day I just get the hoover straight out. Even if I can see them or not. It's like, they're there somewhere. Let's suck them up with the hoover. Right, three little down supports, and then we're done. 50-50 shot, yeah. Hello, Slyrox1. Right, one done, two more to go, and then I am done. Stick a fork in me, I am done. My neck seems to be aching as well, I don't know why. Because it's, again, because I have all the windows open, I can't feel a draft. But I say, my neck just feels really stiff. Rightio, one more to go. Yes, so Monday's stream should be a good one as well, because I'll be able to move this thing around, hold it up, show you it from different angles. And yeah, you'll be able to see, because obviously the back side is a bit naff. See it from the front is obviously a lot nicer, there's a lot more curves, smooth bits going on. And you'll be able to see obviously the wings, the fact they're, well, attached now. And the fact they obviously sort of go up at the ends, which I'm kind of really pleased how that worked out. Sticking my fingers to everything again. Right, cool. So yeah, bit of a tidy up, and then we'll finish off, I think. So yeah, guys, any questions? By all means, ask. As always, it's been fun having you guys here while I'm doing this. Yeah, so bits of sprues all over the floor. How much it weighs now? Don't know. It was 2.6 kilograms when we weighed it before. That was without the wings. So obviously I've added the wings. I've added a bit more sprue at the front. So yeah, not too sure. I'm thinking when this is fully done, totally done, I'm reckoning around about 7-8 kilograms. That's my kind of guess for what this will weigh. I mean, it may well weigh a whole lot more. I say, because this is going to get, once this is all built, it's going to get like a thin layer of sprue goo over the whole thing, basically. Just so that I can obviously give it a sand down, just so it gets nice and smooth. So obviously I've got my box of bits and pieces. So all these cut up bits go in there, and then they'll end up being turned into good old sprue goo. So the good thing is, every bit that gets cut off, nothing gets wasted or thrown away. All gets used somewhere in the build, which is cool. That can go in there. Right, sprue burger can go back up there. Yeah, so some of that I've got to try and move this off my desk, just because I've got other things I need to sort of work on. So yeah, so my next video will be out Sunday, and that's going to be obviously this rather weird monstrosity for the Monster Bash. Yeah, if you don't know what Monster Bash is about, check the video out on Sunday and you'll see why I made this, how I made this, and why it just looks, well, gruesome. But yeah, that'll be on Sunday's video, and then I think the video, probably another video on Monday, basically showing these figures. Again, I don't know how well that's going to come up. There's a variety of figures that I've painted. Obviously, they're 3D printed. I've got to do the base for them yet, but obviously I've painted these. There's quite a few for D&D, basically. So there's a nice variety of figures. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how these came out, basically. Army Painter paints, just their normal range of paints. And then obviously a wash over them. There's quite a few more. But yeah, because obviously Army Painter have sent me loads of their paints, their D&D range, which is pretty awesome. So I'm obviously going to be trying them out, saying how I'm getting on with them. And again, so these are the first figures I painted with them, and I'm really pleased. Yeah, these are definitely my best painted figures. To be fair, I've not done a whole lot of figures. I think in the last, was it year, well, 14 months I think I've had a channel. In the last 14 months I've painted about a dozen, about 12 figures, of which there's 6 here. So I really haven't painted many figures. And I have to admit, I think I enjoy painting figures more than bigger things. Which is really weird, because obviously bigger things you can normally paint quicker, because especially if you use an aerosol can, just done. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed painting these minifigures. I say there's such a great range of figures. So I need to get a light behind behind this webcam. But yeah, no, I'm pleased with how they've come out. Right, do I use propane to make sprue goo? Propane, isn't that like airplane fluid or something? Propane. No, I use acetone. Yeah, so these jars, obviously, again, the jars, I use them almost indefinitely. Because basically what you do is you put half fill a jar like this with acetone. So it's half full. Fill it full of sprues. So get your sprues, cut them up. Basically, you can cut them up really small. The smaller they are, the quicker they dissolve. But basically, I cut mine up so they fit through the lid. So I cut them up and they're quite big. Because I put them in here, I leave it overnight. So it's a jar half full of acetone, fill it full of sprues. Come the morning, it's normally about 8 hours at least, it'll be turned into sprue goo. Like now, this is running out. So now I'm going to put more sprues in this, and then I'll put more acetone in it. So then all you do is you keep filling these up with acetone or sprues, or both. So your jar will last forever. You just keep using it, keep using it, keep using it. Yeah. So yeah, not propane. Yeah, propane. Sounds nuts. Or is it a different kind of propane? Alan, painting skeletons for a one shot or passing out candy. Awesome. Yeah, so you will start seeing more D&D related stuff. Just because that's something I used to play when I was younger. A lot younger. About 35 years ago younger. So yeah, I'm getting back into D&D. There's several groups. There's 2 groups I've got coming up that I'm going to be playing with, different groups, which is really cool. So yeah, so I'm going to do a lot more painting, and I'm going to be making like scenery bits, dungeon floor tiles, witches' huts, all kinds of other little bits and pieces to obviously go with D&D game. Because I like to play D&D where you obviously meet people face to face, roll dice, and obviously move figures around. So that's why I'm printing off a lot more figures and painting them, basically. So yeah, look out for those kind of videos. If there's anything you want to see on D&D, as in any kind of buildings you want me to make, or terrain, or cause I'm making my own flocking as well. So I'm going to be trying out lots of new things. I know there's lots of channels out there with lots of videos on a lot of stuff, and I know what I'm going to be doing isn't going to be new, but for me it's new because obviously I've not done it before. So there will be videos on me making dungeon tiles, making flocking, making terrain, scenery, all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, anything you want to see me make, by all means, let me know. Propane 2 is another term for acetone. Ah, okay, because obviously propane to me is a gas you get in a big cylinder that would obviously go kaboom. So yeah, definitely different types of propane. Cool. Right, I'm going to go, even though there's quite a lot of you guys watching, but obviously I can't really do much more. As I say, this is where, when you build things with sprue goo, you have to go at a slow and steady pace. Because I've just stuck these wings on. If I take these books from underneath away, these wings would just go like that. I mean, not like go straight away, it might just like slowly over an hour, just like, but I know by the morning they would be like down on the floor. So I can't really do much more to this because I can't really flip it. I've not got any panels made because sprues only turned up yesterday. So yeah, I am going to leave it there. But so I'm pleased with what's done. And yeah, I can't wait to obviously do more. But I'll be doing more with you guys. I'm not really going to do any build of this unless it's on a live stream, really. Just because I think it's fun now that you've been here for so long, that you can obviously see the full process and how long it's going to take. Again, I say this all the time, but you're going to see a video when this is made, and the video might only be like 20-minute video, when in reality it's taken me 40 hours, 50 hours, over 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it's going to take. But it's going to come out as one video for 20 minutes. But obviously you guys will be able to see the full long process of this, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, Harry, you have a great weekend too, and enjoy finding out what you're going to have, or what your children are going to have, or child, yeah. Make sure you get the right propane. Otherwise it will go boom. It will indeed. Right, cheers guys, thanks for being there. I've certainly enjoyed it. As I say, I've got some done. So yeah, oh, that's the wrong button. Again, that's why I need to get my name Elgato what's it things, because otherwise I'm just pushing buttons and obviously the wrong things working or not working. But yeah, I am gonna go. So cheers guys, you all take care, and yeah, 50k subs. I'm thinking I'm gonna get there by Tuesday, but I probably can get there quicker if you guys share my video wherever you can, any of the videos. Obviously tell all your friends. If you're at school, tell everyone at school to come and watch me. Yeah, that's it. Cheers guys, take care. Bye for now.